Hello and a very warm welcome back to Deep End Live for day 3 of the Citi Para Swimming World Series incorporating the British Para Swimming Meet. We're here at Ponds Forge International Sports Centre and we've already had a fantastic day of heats already and the action begins for day 3's finals tonight. You're where you need to be, right here with us on Deep End Live. Now, my name's Ashley Wilmot, and it's a pleasure to be alongside our commentary team, Paul Noble and Ellie Simmons, everyone. Hey, you got a little clap there. That's what we like to see. Now, if you're watching on our live stream, do make sure to get in touch. If you've got any questions for them, we'd love to hear from you using the hashtag Sheffield2023. Now, how are you both? It's already been a long day, hasn't it?
Yeah, but it's been a great day. Great day 3. Some really cracking heats this morning, so I'm looking forward to some cracking finals.
Exactly. Now, we're going to get into that in just a moment, but let's just take a look back at yesterday because we had Poppy Maskill, Stephen Clegg, and Maisie Summers-Newton all walking away with a gold medal round their neck. In fact, that was 2 for Maisie. How impressed were you by them?
Very impressed. They're delivering on the world stage, on the World Series, and hitting those qualification times as well. So, great swimming.
Yeah, it doesn't get much better than that, does it, Paul?
No, it doesn't. Yeah, Great Britain doing very well at this World Para Series, and the international competitors were great as well. We saw 3 world records yesterday from Caroline Gomez, Ishiara, and also Marca Meneses, the very last race of last night. That's 2 days in a row we've had a world record in the very last race. It's a good omen, I think.
It is a good omen. Do you think we can get one tonight? Fingers crossed.
Ooh, let's hope so, hey?
Yeah, we hope so. Yeah, that's what we're looking for.
Well,
Not
if today's anything to go by, then we are keeping our fingers crossed. It could be a good night tonight. In fact, it will be because we've got the 50 fly, 200 and 400 metre free as well. And we've started off so well with Scarlett Humphreys. She broke a British record older than herself, Ellie. That's amazing.
She did. She broke a British record held by Elaine Barrett back in 2003. So a long-standing British record, and she cracked that this morning.
And there was a few other records being broken as well.
Yeah, there was. Ellie Chalice in the 200 freestyle and also Lyndon Longhorn as well. So some really good British records broken.
That was it for the British records, but also world records, Paul. We had 2.
Yeah, 2 in the first 2 events of the heat this morning. They had Maria Carolina Gomez Santiago. She was at it again, another world record, and she's first up tonight. And Josiah Top, the young German as well. Great swim from him in the 50 butterfly. So watch out for those 2. Those 2 are first up tonight, so it should be a good way to start.
Yeah, definitely. We start as we mean to go on, as it were. Now, there's a lot of athletes at their best across these few days. Now, who else are we looking forward to seeing? Because William Ellard, we've been speaking a lot about him. Bethany Firth, they were the top qualifiers today. Were they on your radar, Ellie?
Yeah, no, definitely. William Ellard this morning was on fire, but also I'm looking forward to watching Jordan Catchpole as well. Smidgen off the qualification time this morning. So can he get that qualification time tonight?
What do you think, Paul? Can he?
I think he can, yeah. He looked good in the heats this morning. Just slightly off. William Ellard and him had a bit of a head-to-head right into the wall, and one was under the qualifying standard and one was just over. So let's hope they both get under tonight.
And it is important, like you mentioned, the qualifying standard. It is important because this is the one opportunity that British athletes have to qualify for the World Championships. It's happening in Manchester. How much are you looking forward to it?
Yeah, very much, really looking forward to it. A World Championships is a big thing, and especially a year before the Paralympics, and especially for the British athletes at home, World Championships too.
Yeah, we've got the Games not too far in the distance, haven't we, Paul? That's exciting.
Yeah, and we've seen some French athletes as well compete here. They're building up for next year very nicely, some good performances, and we might even get a French win tonight. The fastest, the highest point scorer in the 400 freestyle for men was a French swimmer, Alex Portal. So it'd be good to see a French victory. Another
one to watch. There's so many this evening. Do make sure to stick with us. And like I say, get in touch. We'd love to hear from you using the hashtag Sheffield2023, especially if you're here. Take a little selfie and post it. Say hello. Now, we've just mentioned the World Championships in Manchester. Here is what you've got to look forward to. Now, Paul and Ellie have just run up to the commentary box, and I've been joined by the lovely Island coach, Dave Malone. Hey, is that your team there cheering you on?
It must be, yeah.
Now, talk to me, how have the past few days been for you and your athletes? Because you've got some big stars here.
Yeah, it's been great. We've had a team of 6 athletes here, 3, I suppose, established stars within Paralympic swimming, but we've had a number of our junior athletes come in here and first international for one of our youngest athletes, Dervla, who's made a final tonight, which is we're really excited about. But it's been really good. We're preparing for our Irish trials for Manchester Worlds, which take place in Dublin in 2 weeks' time. So this is a great opportunity for them to race and get some vital preparation as we move into that swim meet.
Yeah, I mean, we were talking off air just then. For some athletes, this is the only opportunity they've got, but you've got quite a few. And like you say, using this as an opportunity to kind of warm up, get used to being competitive in the water with other athletes in 2 weeks. What can we expect from you?
Yeah, I think it's difficult for us. We don't have a huge amount of para swimmers within Ireland, so we're always having to travel to get that international competitors and get the experience. So Will would use this as one of our key qualifying meets and also our Irish trials. So it gives us a little bit of more opportunity to get that vital racing in.
So talk to me, who are the stars that we've got racing? You just mentioned one of your athletes, but we've got Nicole Turner. She's in the mix tonight. What are we going to see from her?
I think we started at our first World Series event in Melbourne last month, so our preparation, I suppose, is going really well. So we hope to get some fast swimming as we move forward towards Manchester World Championships. So we're just hoping they get great racing tonight and enjoy the experience.
Oh, I'm sure they will. Now, we've also been chatting. I've been getting to know you a little bit because, of course, you did get a gold in the Paralympics back in 2000. Now, this is a fantastic story. You won gold, and you were never, ever able to watch it back, were you? Just talk to me a little bit about it, because I know Paul Noble in the commentary box had something to do with this.
Yeah, I suppose it's not like it is today where we have real easy access to media and so on. So last year at Aberdeen at this meet, we were just reminiscing about older times and that I'd never seen the race. And Paul tracked down a competitor. We had a dead heat with a German athlete, Holger Kimmich, and Paul tracked down Holger, who had a copy of the race and was able to share it with us last year. So for the first time in 22 years, I got to watch my gold medal performance, which was great.
Wow, that's amazing. And as a coach now, I know you must really heavily rely on being able to actually watch your athletes back. And the fact you weren't able to watch your own gold medal winning race for 20 odd years, that's amazing. So I'm so pleased you've got to watch it in the end. Now, I'm going to put you through your paces. We've elected you. We've kind of not stitched you up. We wanted you to be involved. We think you're going to do really well. We've got the here or there quiz. You know what you're doing, don't you?
No.
Great. Sheffield or Manchester are the answers, okay? You just got to pick the one. You've got 30 seconds. You up for this?
I'm up for it, yeah.
Yeah, he is. Okay, let's go. 3, 2, 1. Where is the shopping centre, Meadow Hall, located?
Sheffield.
Yes. Which city can we refer to as Still City?
Sheffield.
Yes. Which city has the highest tower?
Manchester.
Yes. Peaky Blinders was meant to be set in Birmingham, but a lot of the scenes were actually filmed in Liverpool and...
Manchester.
Yes, which city can be... Oh, no, that's the same one. In which city can you find a metropolitan university?
Manchester.
Yes, 5 out of 5. You've run out of time. And now you're joined with Paul on our leaderboard with 5 points. How are you feeling about that?
Yeah, pretty good. Paul's pretty knowledgeable, so I'm happy with that. I'll take it.
Well, thank you so much. Thanks for your time, and best of luck to your athletes tonight. Speaking of athletes, I think it's time we crack on with the show.
Well, welcome again, everyone, to day 3 finals here in Ponsforge International Sports Centre. It's the Citi Para Swimming World Series, including the British Para Swimming Meet. My name is Paul Noble, and I'll be taking you through the action tonight. Alongside me is Ellie Simmons. Welcome again, Ellie.
Oh, thanks ever so much, Paul. I'm really, really looking forward to a cracker of the finals tonight. We had some great heats this morning in the 50 metres butterfly, the 400 metres freestyle and the 200 metre freestyle. So there's going to be some hot anticipated races coming up.
Yeah, there certainly is. The officials making their way out to poolside, looking for great action tonight. We've seen a couple of world records already this morning. Are we going to get a repeat of those when we get into the racing in a short while? But what about Dave Malone in that quiz? He did well, didn't he?
Yeah, oh, he did. Don't rub it in, Paul. Please don't rub it in. You and him now have both got 5 points, and I've got 4 points there. So,
well, you know, Ellie, there's been 3 contestants. The questions are all about English cities. Only one English person has taken the quiz. Oh, one Scot and one Irishman.
That's actually so true, isn't it? To be honest, I could class myself as Welsh. Lived in Wales for 7 years,
right,
so
okay,
I'm going to do that today. I'm going to count myself as Wales, but Welsh. But like you said,
oh, look at that! There's a leaderboard there.
Oh.
Look at that! Look.
Yeah, Paul at the top. Then there's Dave, and then there's myself. But yeah, I got one of the questions wrong, which. The competitive streak on me was very, very disappointed in myself.
To do more training, Ellie, that's it.
Yeah, next time I wasn't prepared.
Yeah,
Paul,
that's
I was
it.
not prepared. Need to get on the quiz master or something.
That's it.
Test myself
Get
on some
quiz circuit.
questions.
Get on the Eggheads, something or another, or the Chase.
Yeah, the
you know when you
Chase.
do all your celebrity shows, yeah, get on there.
But this time I need to do it on Manchester or Sheffield.
Yeah,
you know?
that's right. Well, mastermind then,
Yeah,
special subject.
Specialise in these 2 cities.
So we have already described what we're going to see tonight. 50 butterfly was first up for the women, and then for the men. Then the 400 freestyle women and men, and then the 200 freestyle. So just the 6 more World Series champions to crown again tonight. And we've had some great champions crowned in the first few days. Great Britain doing a good job here. They had 3 winners yesterday. Poppy Maskell, Stephen Clegg, and in fact 2 winners. It was just the 2 winners. I was thinking that we got some qualifiers yesterday. Will Perry was just off the medals in the 50 breaststroke. And Maisie Summers-Newton, how could I miss out Maisie Summers-Newton?
Yeah, she swam the 100 breast.
Goodness.
Maisie swam the 100 breast, and then she's in again tonight for the 400 free, along the lines of Brock Winston as well, who had a great swim yesterday, getting that qualification time in the 100 metres breaststroke.
So of course we've got the World Series finals, in which we'll crown the World Series champions. And Ellie will be all over the points for that. But first of all,
I am. I've got my pen at the ready.
First of all, we have the national finals, and there is the first swimmer we're going to see in this British national final, Rose Webb, making her way out to lane 0. One length of the pool, of course. The swimmers at the opposite end to the scoreboard end. Ida Corcoran in lane number 8. Georgia Howell in lane number 1. Swimmers coming in outside in almost. So the outside lanes, and there's a confident stride there from Iona Winifred. What a good couple of swims that she had yesterday. The youngster was born in 2011, the same as Rose Webb. They're the youngest in this national field. Abigail Wickens has swum well this week. And there's Mwabe Mokwasa, the Norwich Swan swimmer in lane number 6. Ella Litton-Jones from Swim Gwynedd, the S13 visually impaired swimmer. Looks out another visually impaired swimmer, Imogen Dodds, goes in lane 5, and Connie Ratley is the fastest into this final. So the final is ranked by time, but of course it's not about the time as to who wins this national final. It'll be done on points. So the swims for the swimmers in this will be compared to the world record for their own classification. with 1,000 points being equivalent to a world record swim. So watch out for the points when the swimmers hit the wall at the finish end. But some national swimmers, Ellie, that we saw last night in some of the finals taking part in this national final.
Yeah, we have. And actually, Iona, who swam amazing yesterday in the breaststroke and the backstroke, is in again tonight in the 50 metres butterfly. But yeah, Connie Ratley, some great athletes to watch here. Rose Webb, the youngster, the 11-year-old who did the 100 metres breaststroke yesterday. But here they go in the 50 fly.
Yeah, they've gone past the halfway. They're coming into the last 15. It's a real tussle in the middle here. In lanes 4 and 5, Connie Ratley and Imogen Dodds. They're side by side here. And it's going to be, I think, Imogen Dodds first to the wall. But what about the points when they touch here? And it is 5:19 for Imogen Dodds, but 5:21 for Connie Ratley. Well, Imogen Dodds was first into the wall, but in terms of points, it wasn't quite enough to eclipse the total of Connie Ratley. Swimmers in the outside lanes coming in now. And it looks like that 519 points is going to be second position, with Connie Ratley taking the 521. Another great prospect here, Connie Ratley, 34.98. Top two swimmers under the 35-second mark.
Yeah, both better in their times that they did in the heats as well. So that's great to see the progression from heats to finals. And I'm sure the head coach, Rob Aubrey, and the British swimming team will be talent spotting here and seeing the likes of Connie and Imogen doing PBs probably.
So there's the result. It's 521 points for Connie Ratley. Imogen Dodds 519. As Ella Letton-Jones in third position, 429 points for Ella Letton-Jones. Great stuff for the national final. Nice to see these times being improved. Ella Letton-Jones 37.0 for that final, faster than her entry time as well. Well, 50 fly for the women. This is the event that we saw the world record set earlier today by Maria Carolina Gomez Santiago. She goes in the second final. And as we've seen across the week, Ellie, we've got two finals and the 20 swimmers in it, and those points for the 20 swimmers will be combined. So it doesn't matter which final you're in, you just have to post a top point score.
Yeah, that's right, Paul. You've just got to go out into that final and swim as fast as you can and get closest to your own world record in your own swimming category. So again, if you're in heat 2 or if you're in heat 1, you never know who's going to be coming out on top of the points.
And you're going to be keeping track of those points?
Yeah, I am. No pressure's on
poised.
me. Yeah, I'm ready. But yeah, hoping for a world record in heat 1.
Yeah, the second one we're going to do. We're starting with final 2, and then we move on to final 1, so they get faster as we go. And there's Maori Yui from Japan waving to the crowd here. We saw Celine Sash go through earlier. There's Samai Boachi, World Championship gold medalist in 50 backstrokes. Guan Yao from China in lane number 1. Again, a range of classifications in this one. There's Cheng Zhao, Paralympic Games bronze medalist in this 50 metres butterfly in the S5 classification. There's Devla Brady going in lane number 2 for Ireland. And there is Lu Dong, the Paralympic Games gold medalist in the S5 classification. Leo Connell, she makes her way out, hoping to improve on the time that she swam in this morning's heats to make this final. There's Husna Kukandakwe. Final swimmer to appear is Daomin Lu, the Paralympic Games silver medalist in breaststroke, but she's in one of the centre lanes here, the S6 swimmer. Range of classifications, Ellie. A lot of S5s in this one.
Yeah, there is a lot of S5s. So you've got 4, 5, 6 S5s, 6 S5s, two S6s, one S7 and one S8. So it's going to be a pretty good competition, a pretty good race to have 4 S5s next to each other.
Yeah, 4 S5s in 6, 7, 8 and 9 right at the top of the picture, and 2 S5s right at the bottom. Yeah, Maori Yui and Yao Kuan, Japan and China right next to each other. Saw a great shot there of Soimi Boyachi. We're telling us earlier, big star in Turkey. She's got a Barbie modelled on her, Boyachi.
And I just saw it as well, she just graduated university too.
Well, out in front in the centre lane, it looks like it's the higher numerical classes there. Kukandakwe and Lu Daomin in lane number 4. Leo Connell doing well in lane number 3. She really wants to get ahead of the two either side of her, Leo O'Connell. It looks like Deborah Blady as well in lane number 2. And the S5s having a private battle at the back of the field, but watch out for them when it comes to the points. It looks like it might be Lu Daomin into the wall first. Let's watch the points for her. 650 for Lu Daomin. Into the wall. Second was Kukandakwe, just ahead of Leah O'Connell. Both of them on the 42nd mark. 650 points. Is anyone going to challenge that from the outside lane? Not sure if they are, Ellie. I think the S5s, the highest S5, is that going to be 445, is it, for the S5s? 491 for Cheng Zhao.
Yeah, 491. But yeah, highest scoring points there is lane 4 from the S6, 650 with a time of 39.88. So it'll be interesting to see, will someone in the next heat get a higher point score?
So 650.
Is the
next one, 546 for Dervla Brady.
491?
546, I think, Dervla Brady.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, 546 for Deborah Brady, and then Leah O'Connell on 537.
Right, that's the target. We're set. We're set for the final now. Again, range of classes in this final. And it culminates with that world record holder, the new world record set this morning. 29.21 from Maria Carolina Gomez Santiago. Looking to try and be on the podium again. I've seen her already win 2 world titles here. And, disqualifications there, Ellie, but doesn't affect the top 3 places. So, swimmers in 1 and 9 disqualified. But Daomin Lu, still 650 points. Daomin Lu was someone we saw World Championships, wasn't it, 2019?
Yeah.
Take a world record swim in the 100 breaststroke.
Yeah, and smashed it. I think she's the world record holder for the 100 meters breaststroke SB6. She got silver in Tokyo, but Maisie got the gold medal in that event. But yes, incredible athlete.
And here come the finalists for the World Series Final 1. Verena Schott is Nicole Turner, Paralympic Games silver medalist, making her way out. Big blowing out the cheeks there. Nicole Turner, 9-0. Nadia Baez, the S11 swimmer, experienced Argentinian swimmer, a medalist on the world stage. Mira Jean-Mac goes in lane number 1. German Paralympian in the S8 classification. Next to her, Sima Reinke. 3 Germans in this final, in lanes 1, 7 and 9. Zhang Yuan, Paralympic Games gold medalist in the S6 classification. She had a big points total in qualification. There is the Silva Ribeiro for Brazil, the S8 swimmer. Florian Wiltshire, first of the 2 Netherlands swimmers in this one. She was in the Netherlands relay team, the World Championship medal last year. And here's Lisa Kruger, Paralympic champion in 100 meters butterfly. It's going over the smaller distance here. And the world record breaker from this morning, Maria Gomez Santiago from Brazil.
a stacked final. You've got medalists from Paralympics, world record holders. Yeah.
It's difficult to see past Maria Gomez Santiago.
I think if she's on form, if she's on her time that she did this morning, then yeah, she's definitely going to be the one to beat.
Well, set that new world record, 29.21. I wonder if she can do this again, a second world record of the meet, following up for a world record swim that she had last week in the World Para Series in Italy. So watch out for lane 4, right in the centre of the pool. 29.21 is the target. And she is away very, very fast here. Just see them coming through already. It's Gomez Santiago with that lead in lane number 4. Lisa Kruger going well in lane number 5. Down in 3 is Floriana Bulcha, the two Netherlands swimmers either side of the new world record holder from Brazil. Let's keep an eye on the clock here. 29.21 is the target here. And she is going to be close to that. 29.19. Again, it's inside the world record again for Maria Carolina Gomez Santiago. Another world record goes here in Sheffield. What a good swim that was. Lisa Kruger in second place. No, in fact, it's Jiang in second place. 9:68.
Yeah, she is the world record holder and still 2 seconds away from that world record, but still 34.93 comes away with that with 968 points. And third was Lisa Kruger on a 30.56, the S10 swimmer going up 800 points. So I think we've got the 1, 2, 3 from this final.
Yeah, I think they've eclipsed the total that we saw in that previous final. And there is the champion, if the result is confirmed, of course. We haven't got confirmation of that, but it looked good to me.
Yeah, they're taking their time again.
They are.
There is an S11 swimmer, though, in that final, in lane 8.
Nadia Baez
Yes,
from Argentina. Have to check the blacked out goggles for the Argentinian swimmer. So 1,031 points.
Wow.
Great to see that world record go again.
2 world records in one day.
And it was two 100ths of a second was the difference, wasn't it, Ellie?
Wow.
That's the way to do it, isn't it?
Definitely. But she looked incredible. As soon as she dived in, again, it did what she did in the heats, didn't breathe until the last 15 meters mark. It looked so, so strong.
I think we have a disqualification in this one, but it doesn't affect the result. And there is Gomez Santiago taking that second final. Jiang in second, Lisa Kruger in third. And I think that is going to be the order for the final as they are ranked. They combine the two finals, Santiago, Jiang and Kruger, confirmed as the medalists with Nicole Turner in fourth place. And we can now go down to Ashley.
Thanks, Paul. I'm here with Nicole Turner. Nicole, you're a silver medalist in that event. How do you think that went?
It was okay. I won't lie, like it was, I would have aimed to go a bit faster. 38 flat is a bit annoying, but I think this whole competition is just prep for Worlds, get the qualifying times, and then head down and fight for it in August.
And I mean, you've got the 50 free tomorrow. Good warm-up for that as well?
Absolutely. Oh, tomorrow's a bit of a splash and dash. I love 50 freestyle, so it's just a bit of fun.
Well, thanks so much for your time. Best of luck tomorrow.
Thank you.
Well done to Nicole. Just missing out on the medals there, but that silver medal in the Paralympic Games is a reward for all the years she's put in, wasn't it, Ellie?
Yeah, no, definitely. Like she mentioned, she's a bit disappointed with the time, was hoping for a bit faster, but like she said, her aim is to get that qualification time and then focus on World Championships. But sometimes actually, when you don't have a good heat or don't have a good final and the time's not what you wanted, you actually learn probably more about yourself and more about the race than you do sometimes when it goes well. So I'm sure she's going to get a good swim down in, get a good sleep, get some good food inside her, rest up. Like she said, she's got the 50 free tomorrow, splash and dash.
Yeah, we'll wait for that tomorrow. 100 butterfly and 50 free tomorrow. But tonight, we're back to the 50 butterflies now, and it's the national final again. And there's Isaac Johnson from Borough of Kirklees in that outside lane in lane 0. Archie Hare, who set a new British record yesterday in the 50 breaststroke in the S11 class. Bruce D as well. Noah Burden coming out. I don't think we've got Bruce D in lane number 1. Expected to see him going, but it doesn't look like he's going to be there.
Looks like he might have pulled out maybe. Oh, Aiden's got a scream from behind us.
Here's Akash Das.
He
comes out.
Yeah.
He won yesterday, won the junior final. Darren Prades Flores goes in lane number 5. And in lane number 4, Kai Gelstorp. He's been impressive, hasn't he?
Yeah, it has, and it's really, really good to see the depth of the classifications here as well. From the S10 to a S11 to S9 to S8 to S6. Really, really good to see. So it's going to be a great, great national final.
So we'll see who can claim the highest number of points here. Xander Harris had 612 points in qualification. He's the S6 swimmer. He goes in lane number 2. So close to the bottom of our screens here. We have lane 0 all the way up to lane number 9. No Bruce D taking the start in lane number 1. But watch out for Xander Harris in lane number 2 with that red cap. His points total. Out in the front of the field though, it looks like it's Kai Gelstorp and Darren Paredes Flores. They're having a good tussle here. The two S10 swimmers alongside Aidan Stanbrook, the three S10s in the middle of the pool, but it is, I think, going to be Kai Gelstorp into the wall first. And, oh, good finish, though, from Darren Paredes Flores. Almost caught him, but it was 12/100. Kai Gelstorp gets it. But look at Xander Harris, 670. And that is a big improvement from his heat swim.
It is amazing. Xander Harris this morning in the heat swim went 35.92. Tonight, he's gone 34.85. So under the 35 mark, but also smashed it, 34.85. He's going to be chuffed with that.
And the two swimmers at the front of the field there. Kai Gelstorp, 454 points, and Darren Paredes Flores, 449. Castas again featuring in the top 3 of one of these finals, one of these national finals. But Xander Harris was the man who absolutely took that one out, didn't he?
He did.
Smashed it.
He did, smashed it, and it's great to see another S6 swimmer, the future, following in the footsteps of the likes of Sasha Kindred. Great to see him on form and doing personal best in a meet like this.
Yes, Xander Harris. If that is confirmed, of course, long waits again for these 50 fly races. We had that this morning, didn't we, in the heats? The 50 fly races seemed to take forever to confirm the result. Once we got onto the freestyles, it was okay. But the 50 flies were just a long time to wait for the results.
Yeah, taking their time again. Is there a disqualification, do we think?
I don't know.
Yeah.
We had no swimmers in lane 1 and 9, so they've been appearing as disqualifications rather than non-starters, but we'll see what appears. Yeah. I think the results are okay. Yeah, there we go. That was the 8 swimmers who took the start. Xander Harris taking that national final. 670 points ahead of Akash Dash, and Kai Gelstorp in 3rd in terms of points. So the men's World Series final. Again, 2 finals in this one, Ellie.
Yeah, no pressure again on me to get the score points down. But some jam-packed action in these 2 finals. Some world record holders, some top athletes from all the nations. We actually haven't got any British athletes in these next 2 finals, but nations from China covered, Germany, France, Brazil, Spain, Japan, Iraq, all over.
Yeah, and there we saw Josiah Top going through the German. He set a new world record this morning, 49.20, so watch out for him. And there is Kari Hinata, World Championship silver medalist in the S5 class. And Yang Hong goes in the S6 classification. David Sanchez Sierra, bronze medalist in that World Championship in the S6 class. Well, S6s and S5s in the middle of the pool. It should be a great contest.
Yeah, it's going to emulate what it's like for a Paralympics and a World Championships. Some great racing, head-to-heads definitely.
Well, there's Samuel De Silva de Oliveira, World Championship gold medalist last year in the S5 class. Well, this is one of the first times, well, the Chinese swimmers didn't compete in the World Championships last year, and they almost swept the board in the S5 classifications. But in their absence at the World Championships, Samuel De Silva de Oliveira had a great World Championships, and he took a numerous amount of medals. 2 gold medals for Samuel in the individual events, also relay medals as well. So big Chinese presence in this one. 4 Chinese swimmers all in a row here in 1, 2, 3, and 4. Laurent Chardard from France was also a world champion last year in the S6 class. He goes in the centre lane. I expect this one to be the highest quality here. 2 swimmers in the outside lanes. Josiah Top, world record in the S3 class this morning. Dos Santos Araujo had a score of 936 points. So we're not going to be able to know this, Ellie, until all the swimmers are back into the wall at the end.
Stand down.
Oh.
It's been a stand down, so I don't know what this is for, but if I was in their shoes, just stay focused. I'm sure a lot of them have got themselves psyched up, focused, ready to hear the referee, but at a time like this, you've just got to try and stay calm as you can, not get distracted, just stay in the zone, thinking about all the things that you've just done to prepare for this moment.
Well, this is a fascinating final here. The S5s and S6s all medalists on the world or Paralympic stage, and well, you know, this it's 5 and 6s combined, but you're going to see these swimmers in the finals of the 50 fly when it comes to Paris next year.
Yeah.
Well, I wouldn't be surprised to see all of the swimmers in the S5 and 6 class in the finals when we get to Paris next year. Top and Dos Santos Araujo, of course, on the outside lanes are different classifications, but it's going to be a fascinating contest in the centre here. Chardard off to a fast start there, but good underwater work by Wang Jinggang, the S6 swimmer, the gold medalist at the Paralympic Games last year in line number 5. But Samuel De Silva de Oliveira is really taking it to the rest of the field here. The world champion in the S5 classification and the world champion in the S6 classification now, 5 and 6 in together. And it is Laurent Chardard, 31.44, 913 points. But keep an eye on the swimmers in the outside lanes now as they are coming in now. Josiah Top and Gabriel Dos Santos Araujo into the outside lane. Is Josiah Top going to beat that record again? 49.20 has been improved again by Josiah Top. He gets 48.06. And look at that swim from Dos Santos Araujo. 55.59 was the record. It's now improved that to 53.80. Unbelievable swim. 2 world records in a single race.
Wow, 2 world records in this race. Just phenomenal. And both scored like 1,000, like near enough each. So close, but the German Top has touched there and got 1,109 points, followed by De Santos with 1,103. So 2 world records, Paul. We've just seen.
Unbelievable.
Wow.
Sibs there. great swims in the centre of the field between the 5s and the 6s. It was the 2 world champions, Chardard and Da Silva Oliveira. Chardard, the champion in the S6. And oh goodness, we have had a disqualification, and it is the German swimmer. Wow. Well, that is unfortunate for Josiah Top, but it is a world record for Gabriel dos Santos Araujo, and he will take the gold ahead of Lauren Chardard and Samuel Da Silva de Oliveira. 1,103 points. Well, great swim from Josiah Top there, wasn't it, Ellie?
He's been on form this competition.
Wow.
World records on day 1, and a medal yesterday, and then now, just that world record. He's having a phenomenal one. And even speaking to Felipe, the Brazilians, they're not actually targeting this meet. They actually have their national championships at the end of April, which is their trials. Then they have world championships, and then they also have Panams as well.
And that was the Dos Santos Araujo taking that second world record of the week. Josiah Top will still have his world record from this morning as the swimmers come out for this next final. It's getting carried away. There's another final to come.
Yeah, I
Wow.
know.
What's the total they've got to do? 1,103?
Yeah, so 1,103 and then 913 after that. But then again, I've let you down, Paul. I've left Top's points on, which is 1,1109, which again he's just got disqualified. So
Well, not going to count. Samuel Da Silva de Oliveira will be in 3rd place after that first heat. The swimmers coming out for this final. We saw To Wee Sung, Mustafa Al Haini, Kota Kabuta. There was Ji Wei Wong, Jende Pangbian from Indonesia. First of 2 Indonesians in this one. I just wonder if we might be in for another world record swim here, Ellie. Kaiichi Kimura will come out in lane number 2. He is the world record holder. 27.78 is the world record. He was only 0.2 of a second shy of that in the heat. So can he do that? The Paralympic champion in 100 fly.
be great to see 3 world records broken in the space of half an hour.
Wow, can we? Nicolas Matthias Neto, the S10 swimmer from Argentina. And in lane 4, in lane 3, sorry, it's Yavianda, the second of the Indonesians. Maulana Rifki Yavianda, S12 swimmer. As Felipe Rodriguez for Brazil. 50-meter Paralympic medalist in freestyle. Hoping to do something special in the butterfly event here. And there is Thomas van Rooij.
Yeah, he spoke to us earlier
spoke to us.
to let us know how his name's said. So yeah, that was really helpful. Because again, it is hard pronouncing all these names. But Paul's on it with the names.
He said we weren't doing too bad a job, so that's good.
Great to hear.
Said, yeah, the Dutchie said it's difficult. But Thomas van Rooij in the centre lane, 26.73 in qualification. He's going to have his work cut out to be on the World Para Series podium. We will keep an eye on the time for Keiichi Kimura, who goes in lane number 2. Just see him in the corner of the shot there, the swimmer in the S11 class. He has no vision. He goes 2 lanes up from the bottom here. Kimura, can he go faster than the time he went this morning? Can he get inside that world record time? It's going to be a very close race here in the centre of the pool. It looks like Rodriguez and Van Rooij possibly in 4 and 5. Van Rooij is going to stretch away from Rodriguez here. Kimura is right there in the mix. Yavianda as well, the Indonesian swimmer, into the wall though. Watch out for the time for Kimura. 966 points for Keiichi Kimura. And an excellent time there for the Japanese swimmer, just outside the world record mark for his classification again. 28.10 for the Japanese. And in second place, I think it was a Singaporean, To Wee Song, 827 points. And in third place in that heat might have been Felipe Rodriguez, was it? Yeah, 783.
Yes, it was. So, as points stand so far, Santos with 103 points, followed by the Japanese Kimura on 966. Then Shadad, the S6, on the previous final on 913.
So we're just waiting for confirmation of this. We're not going to get more drama, are we?
Hopefully not.
As I was saying, Josiah Top swam so well in the heats. He swam really well in the final, but was disqualified. Josiah Top. Looks like Keiichi Kimura. His result is confirmed. The blacked out goggles are checked. 966 points for the Japanese Paralympic champion in 100 butterfly. Dwei Sung To and Felipe Rodriguez. And there is the result of both finals combined. Santos Araujo, a new world record swim, another world record for him, with Kimura in second and Lawrence Chardard in third. What a great performance there in the 50 metres butterfly for men. And we can now go and speak to Ashley.
Thanks, I'm here with Felipe Rodriguez. Felipe, you got a big smile on your face. You happy with that?
It was really good for this time of the season. I'm really happy. It's been a while since the last 150 butterfly. My main event is tomorrow, so I'm looking forward for that. It's going to be really good.
I mean, Brazil are doing so well. How proud are you of all of your teammates? I mean, just smashing the records.
Yeah, like we've got a bunch of new swimmers, and they are all like performing really well. Very under the qualifying times for our standards, and yeah, I'm so happy to be around as well.
Oh, well, congratulations. Thanks for your time.
Thank you.
Oh, great to see Felipe there. Very happy with himself.
He did look happy, didn't he?
Yeah, no, it's amazing to see. He's been around for years and years. I think he made his debut back in 2006, and then 2008 he was on the medals podium, and then has been on the medals podium at majority of World Championships, Games, Paralympics since till now, really. And yeah, it's great to see that he's proud of his teammates as well. They're smashing it.
Yeah, and he was a freestyle specialist, of course, 100 freestyle, and more recently 50 freestyle as well has been the one that he's been concentrating on.
Yeah, and like you said, he's got the 53 tomorrow. That's the one he's focusing on. So, yeah, this confidence that he's given him from this amazing 50 fly that he just swam will go into tomorrow's last day, day 4 of into the 53.
And I remember him almost jumping on the lane ropes when he anchored the Brazilian relay team in Rio.
Oh, wow.
That was the tumultuous. We thought the roof was going to lift off the stadium.
Oh, I remember watching that.
The bronze medal for the Brazilian team. Fantastic.
Yeah.
Here is the lineup for the women's 50, 4x100.
400.
400.
Yeah, 400 free.
Put my teeth on.
Yeah, 400 free, 8 lengths.
There is the national final. Maisie Cat and Fern Snedden have already gone out. We see Evie Lambert now from Borough of Kirklees. Coral Farrell, that yellow cap, Warrington. Giving a big wave to the crowd. Great experience for these swimmers coming out, isn't it?
Yeah, no, it's really, really good to see. And also to see them happy as well. I'm sure they're feeling the nerves as well. But a chance to race here on a World Series in front of the top athletes of the world.
Abigail Wickens coming out. She's featured in a few finals. Fallon Cooney from City of Manchester Aquatics out now. It's a Jersey swimmer, Rebecca Hardy-Bishop. S13, swimmer with a visual impairment. Isabella Haynes from Bournemouth. She is in lane number 3. Astrid Carroll in lane number 5. And next to her will be Stephanie Booth. So the two Borough of Kirklees swimmers side by side in the centre. And also Evie Lambert in lane number 8, the third Borough of Kirklees swimmer.
That's great to see them producing some future top para athletes coming through. So it's great to see those clubs nurturing those.
We spoke about Stephanie Booth. She came up, visited us yesterday, didn't she?
Yeah, she did. And to be in this final, can she do? Her brother was the top S10 400 free swimmer, made the Paralympics back in Rio in 2016, and now his sister Stephanie doing the same thing in the 400 free.
Now we'll see how Stephanie Booth gets on. She was the fastest time from the heats, 5:20.73. In terms of the points, I think it was Abigail Wickens who had the highest number of points. In fact, it was a tie for the top position.
Oh,
between Abigail Wickens and Isabella Haynes. I think they were the top 2 points earners. So remember, the times for the swimmers compared against the world record for their own classification. And they'll be converted into a points total. And I think the top 2 points totals for these national swimmers, 578. So 1,000 points equivalent to a world record. 1,103 points we've seen already tonight.
I know. I think that's one of the biggest scorers I've seen.
So, 2 away at the front of the field, Ellie.
Yeah, Astrid Carroll there turning first in that first 50, but a good race between Astrid Carroll here and Stephanie Booth. Coming into the 100-metre mark plus. You've got Coral Farrell coming in lane 1 as well, chasing the tail with that. But yeah, 8 lengths here, so they've got the 100 down and onto the 200 metres mark now. Can they better the times that they did this morning? Can they get close to their personal best or even beat their personal best? An opportunity like this, the experience that they're going to gain. And it's great that there's some head-to-heads as well, because there's always great when in the 400-metre free, when you're not racing the race on your own, that you've got a race to beat or a race to compete against.
And these two must be training partners, you would think, at the Borough of Kirklees. We don't know for sure,
no,
but you must think they must know each other pretty well. I mean, did you ever race against your training partner, Ellie? Do you ever have someone you swum with that you were kind of head-to-head like these two at the front of the field?
Well, no. My training partner back in Swansea was Matthew Warwood, the S6 400 free swimmer, men, qualified got bronze medal actually in London 2012. So he was my training partner. So never had a race to race with my training partner. But I think it always helps and to see these two leading the way. Stephanie Booth coming in now into this 200-metre mark.
And just going over in 2:35.71. So Booth off to a decent start here. She's just about a second shy of the time that she went through in this morning's heat, but not much in it at all. Maybe it's a slightly different tactic. Maybe, as you said, Ellie, we were talking about tactics this morning. I mean, you can go out too fast in a 400 freestyle, pay for it at the end. Maybe it's just a chance to experiment and maybe go a little bit slower and try and come back a little bit faster.
Yeah, there's so many different race tactics that you can do for the 400 frees. Like you said, Paul, do you go out there and swim the first 100 as fast as you can and hold it and see if you can hold it? Again, the lactic acid will probably hit you, but do you build the race? Do you start off fast, then hold the pace, then get even faster? There's so many race tactics that you can do with the 400 free, and that's what it makes it quite exciting in a race to watch, because you see the first swimmers going out fast, and sometimes those ones that actually go out fast on that first 100 sometimes don't actually come with the win at the end, but these two look like they are. These two have, coming into this 300 metres mark, looking really confident, looking really, really strong. The space between them now is getting bigger and bigger. At the start, the 100-metre mark, they were close, but now it looks like Stephanie Booth is definitely a body length ahead now in this last 100 metres. I'm sure they're going to head down and be aware. Actually, lane 5, Astrid Carroll's putting a kick in. She's aware that, I'm sure she's thinking, I've got 100 metres left. It's only 2 lengths of this 400 metres. I'm going to give everything I've got and swim to the very end. But yeah, you've got those two leading the way, but also don't forget as well, you've got in lane 0, Fern Snedden, S6 category, and then also Maisie Cat as well, S7. So even though these two swimmers in the middle are leading the way, are the fastest, they could touch and actually get touched out by the lower categories with the closest world records. So higher points.
It's all about the points, and keep an eye on the points for Abigail Wickens as well in lane number 7. So she had the highest points total in the qualification heats, but it's good tussle here from Stephanie Booth and Astrid Carroll. Wonder if they're going to get faster than the times that they posted this morning. Stephanie Booth 5:20.73. It's not going to be far away from that. Astrid Carroll just behind her in 5:24.67. Like it's just going to be just shy of that one. 5:21.08. Astrid Carroll 5:24.15. Both in the 500-point range. Isabella Haynes immediately goes ahead in 603. Rebecca Hardy-Bishop coming in now in 6. Watch out for the points of Abigail Wickens in 7. Oh, well, watch out for them. They're not appearing. Just as we say watch out for them, they don't work. That's all we need.
I know. Oh, there they are.
Oh, 5.75. Well, it was bigger than the two swimmers at the front of the field, but not as big as Isabella Haynes. And Fern Snedden coming in lane number 0. The last swimmer who's got a chance of topping the points total here. Fern Snedden into the wall. Oh, 573 for Fern Snedden. Maisie Cat still in the water, of course, in lane number 9. Not sure she's going to challenge these points total, so Ellie.
No, I don't think she is, but yeah, you never know. She is an S7, but it's looking like at the moment Isabella Haynes, the S9 from Bournemouth, with the time of 5:27.42. She bettered the time that she did this morning. She did this morning 5:32.04, and tonight she did 5:27.42. So she's going to be really, really happy with that. But yeah, 603. But is Maisie Cat going to get it? 6:46.61. 421 points. And we've still got subject to ratification at the moment. It seems like a few long waits, so let's hope it's not like that.
It shouldn't be a long wait in the freestyle events, you would think. There might be discussions about stroke infringements in the butterfly, but freestyle is pretty simple in terms of the stroke. Isabella Haynes takes it though. The Bournemouth swimmer 603 points, and Abigail Wickens in 2nd, Fern Snedden in 3rd position. And that, Ellie, Abigail Wickens improved her time from heat to final. Abigail Wickens was slightly slower, but Isabella Haynes improved that time and took her to the top of the field. So that's what to do, isn't it?
Yeah.
Improve from heats to finals. That's where the prizes are handed out in the final. So it's great if you can do that.
No, very much so. And I think these individuals will learn from that actually it is best sometimes, yes, to swim fast in the heats, but actually the finals are where they're deciding at. So to have that heat to final progression is really, really important to do. But they'll learn.
You've got to make the final first, of course.
Yeah, oh yeah, you've got to do that first.
You can't take it easy.
No. This is going to be an exciting race. You've got the two S6 swimmers next to each other.
Well, we saw Evelyn Saras and Grace Harvey. They're two S6s. They go side by side in 8 and 9. And in 0 and 1, but Jiang Yuan and Maisie Summers-Newton. So, Paralympic champion against the world champion in 0 and 1. Amy Sheridan, another one of the Irish swimmers, goes in lane number 7. Cecilia Geronimo de Harusho, medalist in the freestyle events at the World Championships, but in the smaller distance freestylers, Lisette Bruinsma, the European record holder in the S11 classification. There's Brock Whiston. What a good swim she had in the breaststroke yesterday to dip under that GB qualification standard. Can she do something impressive tonight? Agathe Pauly goes for France in lane number 5, and there is Sue Jelling Paralympic Games bronze medalist from China, from Rio in 2016. So, number of S9s in the middle of the pool. Just Lizette Brownsma, the S11 swimmer in line 6, splitting the S9s. 2 pairs of S6s, Ellie, on the outside lanes.
It's going to be some great racing. I was speaking to Maisie earlier as she was walking into the warm-up pool and said this is going to be a great race. But again, we don't know what the Chinese are doing. So I said, just go out there and do your thing. Just focus on yourself. You've had a great heat and great competition so far. But yeah, it's going to be some really good cracking. You've got Evelyn and Grace, lane 9 and lane 8, and then Zhang and Maisie, lane 0, lane 1, but also the middle athletes are again. Brock, some great racing coming up.
That's Brock Weston getting held on the block. Oh, didn't seem to be settled there on the block, did she, Brock Weston?
No, she's struggling a bit, but she's okay. She's got her coach there.
So, reset, start again for this next start. Brock Weston getting herself into best position for this start. 2 swimmers in the water at the very top. That's Grace Harvey and Evelyn Saras, the S6s, going from the water. So keep an eye on this S6 tussle with Jiang and Maisie Summers-Newton closest to us. Jiang, of course, the world record holder. Big world record holder there, 5:04.57. That was an amazing time in the Tokyo Paralympic Games. Great swim, and Maisie Summers-Newton won the world title last year in this event.
Yeah, she did. Like you said, though, the Chinese wasn't actually there last year in at the World Championships last year in Madeira, but still, she still got that World Championship gold medal, and it still means it. But yeah.
Well, good contest in the middle of the pool here. Su Jieling and Agatha Pauli. They are the 2 S9 swimmers. Su Jieling, the bronze medalist in the Paralympic Games back in 2016. Look at this contest here.
Yeah, some great 2 S9 rivalries here in lane 4 and lane 5, both turning in a 109.27 and a 109.23. And then also the S8, S9 Brazilian and Brock as well, turning in a 112. It's great to see some hot anticipated swims.
Who's winning the contest in the S6s? I think it's the world record holder.
It looks
Jiang Yuan.
Maisie is on her tail though. It'll be interesting to see, is Zhang going out fast? Can she hold it? Is she fit? We know Maisie's fit. We know she's on form. But again, they've got to race their own race, but be aware of each other too. It's only just done 100 metres. We're on the 150 metre mark. They've still got 5 lengths of this 400 metres left. Yeah, that S6 Zhang just turned now in a 157.46. Be interested to see what the 200 metre mark is. But Maisie's chasing her tail. She's kicking away.
Yeah, and at the front of the field here, we see the 2S9 stretching away. We're coming up to the halfway point for them. And it looks like it is going to be Zhu going over first. Agatha Pauli really holding on here, the French swimmer in second place, coming through really strongly. We'll see the S6s appearing now. And there, the world record holder. We'll just keep an eye on the gap here. Jiang going over in 2:39, Maisie Summers-Newton 2:42. And Grace Harvey just going over now in 2:46. It's the halfway point, Ellie.
It is. They're on all okay time, but yeah, you can see coming in now, the Chinese athlete in lane 4, turning in a 3:01 dead, followed closely by the French athlete, 3:02.47. That gap between those 2 athletes at the front is getting bigger and bigger.
Yeah, it looks like Su Jieling has just got clear water between her and second place Agatha Pauli. They'll come down to the 300 mark now. And we'll see what kind of points that these swimmers will post. Agata Poli was bang on the 5-minute mark in qualification, 5-minute .00, with Zhu being 4:57.18. And the gap is around about 3 seconds now. Should see the battle of the S6s just taking shape here, just as these swimmers go off the wall. No, we're not going to see it, unfortunately, but we can tell you that Maisie Summers-Newton is closing.
Yeah, she is.
On Jiang.
It's a great one. She's got her kicking her feet. Her stroke rate's increasing, and the gap between these two athletes in lane 0 and lane 1 is getting bigger and bigger. But has Maisie left it too late with this 100 meters to go? But as you can see on the screen, the Chinese athlete is turning with the last 50 meters to go, followed by the French athletes. Last 50 meters, head down and go for it. You'll be feeling the burn, you'll be feeling the increase in the lactic acid. You've just done 8 lengths of the 50-meter swimming pool, but it's all to play for. Last 25 meters.
Yeah, and Zhu has pulled away from Pauli in the closing stages here, and she is going to post big points total, I think. We'll keep an eye on this one. Zhu Jieling, Paralympic Games bronze medalist from Rio, will take that one in 8:44 points. And Pauli get under the 5 minutes. She does, 4:57.06 for the French swimmer. Well done to her. Not sure that anyone will challenge the points totals. Oh, in fact, Lisette Bruinsma, 890. I didn't think she was going that fast, Bruinsma, but 5:06.09. A good swim from the Dutch swimmer. And in the tussle for the S6s, I think the world record holder is going to be in here, Jiang Yuyan. It is going to touch the wall first, ahead of Maisie Summers-Newton, 820 points. So it is Lisette Bruinsma, 890 for the Dutch swimmer in the centre lane. Lane number 6, 890 points for Lisette Bruinsma. European record stands at 5:02.19. And there, the final 2 swimmers complete the distance. Grace Harvey just getting ahead of Evelyn Charas. Grace Harvey, 5:39.30. So, interesting tussle there, Ellie. We didn't think Lisette Bruinsma was going on that kind of pace, but 890 points was excellent.
Yeah, she was not one of the athletes I would have been watching, but she is top with the 890 points. The S11 swimmer from Netherlands in the 5:06.09, followed closely there by Zhang of the S6 swimmer there, 5:25.37 and 820.
Yeah,
oh, no, 8:44. I missed her other teammate, sorry. The Chinese S9, 4:52.74 and 844 points. So it's a Netherlands and then a Chinese 2-3.
So Bruinsma takes that one, 890, 844 for Zhu, and Jiang 820. One more final to come. Can anyone challenge those points totals? 890 points.
Be interesting to see if Bianca Papp can get a higher point score. She is the reigning champion, is she? I think.
The world champion?
Yeah,
Bianca
world
Papp.
champion.
Yeah, she took the Paralympic Games silver medal, but it was the world champion last year for the Hungarian. And as the swimmers come out for this final, some big names in this one. This is the fastest of the heats. Lydie Laronde back in the water again. Great to see her. She was a Paralympic champion back in 2012. There's Faye Rogers, a newcomer to the GB squad. Can she improve on her 4:55.56 in the heats? First of 2 Japanese swimmers, Kasumi Fukui in the S14 class. Ayano Tsuruchi goes in lane number 1, World Championship medalist last year. Second of the 3 French swimmers, Emmeline Pierre. All the 3 French swimmers in the S10 classification. Lisa Kruger has had a very busy week so far. Netherlands swimmer goes in lane number 2, trying to emulate her teammate. We just saw Lisette Bruinsma in that previous heat. Annelle Roulet, European medalist in this event. And Roisin Nirian from Ireland goes in lane number 3. Here will be one of the favourites, Bianca Papp from Hungary. 4:46 in qualification. But Pernilla Lindberg had a higher points total than Bianca Papp. Pernilla Lindberg, 2 gold medals at the World Championships back in 2017. Bianca Papp, the reigning world champion from 2022. The Hungarian Bianca Papp has really been one of the top swimmers in the S10 classification over the last few years.
Yeah, she has. Even though the world record holder is Oriella from Canada, her and Oriella have been having some great races.
Well, you saw Elodie Laurenti in lane number 9, French swimmer who won the Paralympic title in London in 2012, medalist in Rio in 2016, and she walked away from swimming a few years back. She went to para rowing. She's had a baby in those last couple of years, and she's back in again, trying to make the team for Paris. And that's a big draw for these French swimmers, isn't it?
Oh, it is. To compete at a home Paralympics is a games like nothing else. So these athletes are motivated, inspired, because they want to get back. They want to get back on the team and compete at a home Paralympics. So she's back, like you said, Paul. She's had a break. She's had a child. She tried a different sport, but now is back in the pool, getting ready for next year. And I think it's going to be a great games, to be honest. I think Paris is going to definitely put a good Paralympics and Olympics on.
Yeah, well, all the signs are that it's going to be an excellent games. The French are already ramping up for those Paris Olympics and Paralympics. And what a tussle here in the middle of the field. Bianca Papp going over in first position, Pernilla Lindberg in second, and Roisin Nirian in third position. All different classifications, of course. But Bianca Papp, Paralympic silver medalist and reigning world champion in lane number 5. One of those great group of Hungarian youngsters that came through just a few years back. And Bianca Papp performed so well on the international stage, winning the gold medal in the backstroke event in those Tokyo Paralympic Games, and challenging for medals in individual medley and in 400 freestyle as well. On Papp, just opening up a very slight lead, but Pernilla Lindberg not letting her get away at all.
No, not letting her get away at all. And it's great to have that rivalry, great to have that race to push each other on to fast times. Even though Lindberg is in lane 4, she was the fastest going into this final. Bianca Papp is actually leading her here into this 200-meter mark. And it's great to have those race-to-race heads on, because you don't really want to race a 400 free on your own. It's always great to have someone to push you, someone to race, someone to use your tactics against to get to a good time.
And of course, Pernilla Lindberg in the S14 classification, but this is not a Paralympic event or World Championship event for the S14s, is it?
No, it's not. So for the for 400 meters free, it's not actually even S1. Ignore what I'm saying there. It's S6 to S10, and then also from S10, S11, S12, and S13. So it's just those categories. So the 200 free is S1 to S5, and then S14. The 400 meters free, which is this event now, the Paralympic World Championships, European Championship event, is S6 to S13. So S14 is actually, even though she is swimming this race, she actually cannot swim it at a World Championships or a Europeans or a Paralympics. Whereas Bianca Papp, this is a medal contention race for her.
And just looking at the world record marks, Ellie, the 400 freestyle for the S14 classification is held by Jessica Jane Applegate, Great Britain, 4:27, where the S10 record, Bianca Papp's record, It's held by Aurelie Rivard, 4:24. So you think if Pernilla Lindberg is within 3 seconds of Bianca Papp at the front of this field, that she's going to have the higher number of points?
Yes, probably. I think you're going to be right there, Paul. I think you're going to be right. But yeah, oh, sorry.
I was going to say the records are exactly 3 seconds
Yeah,
apart to the hundredth of a second.
Yeah, literally 4:24.08 and 4:27.08.
And it's the gap is around about 1.2 seconds or so, 1.3 seconds. So Bianca Papp is going to have to try and open that gap now if she is going to try and get that top points total. Roisin Irian coming back as well in lane number 3. Pernilla Lindberg is hanging on though. Bianca Papp going really strongly into the end here. I don't know if it's going to be enough points for Bianca Papp. Pernilla Lindberg holding on to the end here. Papp will get to the wall first in 8:30. Pernilla Lindberg is a bigger points total. And the other swimmers coming in now. Can we see a points total bigger? Not sure if we are going to. 767 for Anil Roulet of France. Just ahead of Lisa Kruger, 765 for her. But the action, I think, in terms of points, was all taking place at the front of the field, Ellie.
Yes, it was, definitely. So the points, the top of the points are Bianca Papp with 830, followed by Roisin Irish. She came up there with the 808 points, then followed by...
Yeah, Lindberg, 847.
80847. Oh, gosh. Me and my points tonight. So...
There is the 400 freestyle ranked in order. 890, it's going to be gold to Lisette Brunsma of Netherlands, silver to Pernilla Lindberg, and it will be bronze to Zhu Jieling from China. So great performances there. The European record holder, Lisette Brunsma, taking that gold medal in the World Para Series. Another medal for her this week. She took bronze in the 100 freestyle. She's taking gold this time in the 400. It's a very close contest there for the other medals, but a very good swim for Pernilla Lindberg, the Swede. I think that's the first time we've seen the Swedish team on the medal podium this week.
Yeah, no, I think it is, and she was pushed all the way there by Bianca Papp, but to come away there, even though, yes, she was behind at top gold medal place position, and to see that Scottish athlete, Scottish? I'm thinking of you, Paul. And the Swedish athlete coming on top, getting that gold medal. Scottish, I think. I don't know. Scottish and Sweden. I know they both begin with an S.
And here's the medal ceremony for the 50 meters butterfly. Well, we saw some great performances here. We did think we had 2 world records in a single race, but unfortunately there was a disqualification. And 50 meters butterfly presentation is the first that we will see tonight. Laurent Chaudard will take the bronze medal for France, the world champion in the S6 classification. Again, a swimmer really coming onto form.
And did you tell me an interesting fact earlier before the finals were about to start?
Impairment was caused by a shark attack.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Very cool.
There's Keiichi Kimura. We did think he would challenge his
world
record. Well, this man did challenge his world record and exceeded it. Gabriel De Santos Araujo, another medal for him, another gold medal, another world record performance. Did exactly what he did on night 1 of this competition in the 150 meters individual medley. Castache on the podium again.
Yeah,
young man. He was there last night.
He was there last night. I think in the 100 meters backstroke. I remember presenting the medal to him, and yeah, there he is. Again, great to watch, great to have the future generation getting on top of that podium and getting that gold medal.
And he's with 3 great champions there. Laurent Chaudard, the world champion, Keiichi Kimura, the Paralympic champion. He's home nation of Japan, and the world record holder right in the middle there. That's not a bad trio,
Oh,
is it?
wow, yes. You're seeing the best of the best athletes here, the world's incredible athletes.
So seeing the women's 400 freestyle, the men's 400 freestyle will be the next event that we are going to see.
Oh.
Well, more medal presentations, of course.
Like you said last night, it's interesting that the women
Yeah.
race first, whereas on the medals, oh, she's having a great games, a great competition, I mean.
I think this is a medal from last night, I think. Did she miss a
Oh.
presentation from last night? Iona Winifred looking
Yeah.
very chuffed with herself.
So happy.
I think I heard them say it was a 50 breaststroke, which happened yesterday.
Oh.
So that's a great picture,
Yeah.
isn't it? Iona Winifred.
Oh.
Remember the name, Ellie. Remember
Yes.
the name.
I think we were going to see her. She's going to be an athlete to watch in the future. She's had astonishing competition so far, and even swam today in the 50 fly.
So we should be heading for another presentation now. Yeah, and as you were saying, so before that presentation, it's unusual that they present the
Yeah, it is really,
medals
really
again. But
interesting.
again, it's maybe because the women are
Oh, yeah,
just
they've-
after the race, possibly.
And yeah, they've just swam, haven't they? Lisa
Yeah,
just
Lisa
got out
just
the
swam,
400
that's right.
free.
She was in that very last race, and she's back on again in the medal podium. Lisa Kruger,
Yeah,
according to Thomas van Vanlooy.
Lisa
He
Kruger.
said you have to pronounce the G, but I'm not sure I'm going to be able to do that every time, Lisa. Sorry.
No, he did
Hope you
say,
don't
didn't
mind.
he? Yeah, he did say that you were pronouncing it very well anyway.
Well done, Lisa Kruger.
She's one of the athletes that's just good at everything. She's on top of that, on that podium in every race. She's so talented. She's been around for years and years. And here she is, the world record holder. Broke the world record in the heats and then broke it again in the final.
Yeah, just by 2/100ths of a second. Marginal improvement, but a great result there for Maria Carolina Gomez Santiago. Leslie O'Connell looking chuffed with herself. That was a good improvement
Yeah,
from
it was.
heat to final, wasn't it?
Yeah, no, she swam, 2 seconds, I think.
Yeah, 42 improved to a 40. She would love to get under 40, I think. That's what she was
Yeah, she's
looking
saying,
for.
she was chatting to us earlier and she was saying she's focusing at the moment. They've just got a new coach in Manchester, but she's focusing at the moment on her first 15 metres of the 50 fly. So that outspeed from the block into the stroke.
And Connie Ratley on the medal podium for the British junior winner. It's good to see her on the podium. She's been featuring in some of the junior finals, some of the national finals.
Yeah, she has. It's great to see her there on the podium, getting the junior world national final, medal. Here's the parents, proud parents, I'm sure, supporting.
I think we are on our way to the men's event now, the 400 freestyle for men. And that is the national final, of course, that we will progress towards. We have 2 World Para Series finals. We have 2 World Para Series finals for the 200 freestyle for women, but with 3 for the men later on. So it's just all to do with the numbers, isn't it? The number of entries.
Yeah.
So whether we have 1 final or 2 or 3. Luke Boyles will lead them out. Lane 0. Owen Say in lane number 8, Nova Centurion. This one of Glenn Smith's swimmers, Owen Say?
Yes, it is. We were chatting to him earlier. We were speaking about him last night. He's coached a lot of para athletes, and he's actually retired this year, but is now chair of Nova Centurion, so come to support the Nova Centurion athletes, and he's in the final now in lane 8.
We saw Jamie Curtis, Alfie Penfold going through, William Newton coming through.
It's good music.
Kai Gelstop coming through. He has been a great performer in these national finals. Really fast swimmer in the S10 classification. Zach Sturgis. And Lewis Jones, sorry, in lane number 3. Zach Sturgis is in lane number 4. We'll see him shortly. Angus Leckenby from Cleethorpes in lane number 5. Zach Sturgis. There he is.
Yeah.
I knew he was there somewhere.
Yeah, coming up. Good music they're coming out to. Oh, and the Bournemouth are behind us here. They've got 2 athletes. One, Luke, in lane 0, and then Zach in lane 4. And you can hear them shouting behind us, supporting their athletes, supporting their teammates.
So, national final for the 400 freestyle. So again, the classifications in this one. A couple of S14s in 2 and 5. A couple of S10s as well in 4 and 6. And the lowest numerical classes, one of them is Owen Say over there in lane 8. And Jamie Curtis as well in lane number 1. So keep an eye on these lower numerical classes to see if they points totals for them. They've put them in the top 3 in this national final. And Jamie Curtis actually was the highest points total from the heat, 640 points, but was only 5 points ahead of Owen Say.
Yeah, they're on pretty much 5:07 that he went this morning, 5:07.58, and then Owen Say 5:08.38. So it can be a great race between these two. Second between them in the heats. Can they get faster and faster than their heat time tonight?
Well, out ahead is Angus Leckenby. Zach Sturgis in second position. One lane up from them is Kai Gelstop. We used to see him sprinting away at the front of the field in the shorter distance events. What he's going to be like over this longer distance as they come up to the 100 mark. It's been a good start for Angus Leckenby, the S14 swimmer. 104.62, so he's about a second ahead of Zach Sturgis in second place.
Yeah, but Zach Sturgis is actually chasing his tail here, as you can see.
Zach Sturgis was pretty close in terms of time to Jamie Curtis, in terms of points, I should say, to Jamie Curtis, just 1 point between them. So we know that the difference in times was something like 30, 31 seconds or so. So that's the kind of gap he's going to have to open up against the 2 S8 swimmers at the back of the field at the minute. But Owen Say just coming into the turn now, going well at the top there.
On that 150-metre mark between these two in lane 4 and 5, the gap is closing now. And Zach Sturgis actually overtaking Angus here. So now going into the 200-metre mark, Zach is beating him.
So Zach Sturgis going through in 2:16.85. Just looking at where they were at this stage in the qualification heats, they're pretty much on it, 2:16.7. And 2:16.8 as they go through. So this is consistent stuff, Ellie.
Yeah, great pacing, great. And that's what we like to see, a 400-metre swimmer that paces, that hits those right times, hits, yeah, good pacing. And actually, though, Zach Sturgis is clearing the field now. At the start of that first 100 metres, it was Angus winning, beating him, but the lead is getting greater and greater.
So Angus Leckenby now down into second position. Zach Sturgis in first place now, down to stretch that lead. We'll just look at the gap between him and the S8 swimmers. It looks like Owen Say has a little bit of a lead over Jamie Curtis. So that's the swimmers on either side of the pool. Owen Say in lane 8, right up at the top, and Jamie Curtis down at the bottom. So we'll keep an eye on that tussle, but at the front of the field, it looks like Zach Sturgis has really gone away strongly. 3:28 for Zach Sturgis at that point. And he was 3:27 at the same point when he went through this morning. So he's got to try and pick this one up just by a little bit to try and get inside that time he posted today.
But that's possible. You just got to head down, use this final, use this atmosphere. Everyone's cheering him on. His teammates are supporting him. He can do this. Give everything he's got. You can see his stroke rate is increasing. His leg kicking is kicking. He's aware it's the last 50 meters. Look at him go. His speed and his distance between him and Angus has increased, and with the last 25 meters.
Well, he had a point score of 639 in the qualification heats. He's going to be there, thereabouts here. Zach Sturgis, he swum this well. He had to swim pretty much from the front of the field all the way through. And Zach Sturgis coming home now. We'll see if he can match that 639 points when he touches the wall. And 624, just slightly shy of that one. So that's the target for these swimmers coming in to chase Angus Leckenby in 6:30. He's inside that mark, and he's chuffed to get that time of 4:46. Let's have a check of the points here. 5:20. Owen Say coming in at the top now with the green cap. Is he going to be ahead of 6:30? He is ahead of it. 6:73 for Owen Say. 6:36 this time for Jamie Curtis. And that might get him into second position possibly. But 6:73 for Owen Say will be the top points earner in the outside lane. We kept an eye on that all the way through, Ellie. Owen Say swam really well in the closing stages there. 5:02.43.
Yeah, he's going to be delighted by that. He's bettered the time that he did in the heats this morning. 5:08.38 this morning and tonight in the final 5:02.43. So I'm sure Glenn will be standing very, very proud.
Owen Say will take that national final, 673 points. Jamie Curtis in second and Angus Leckenby in third position. So well done to Owen Say, well done to Nova. So we go on to the World Series final. So, two finals, World Series finals for us in the 400 freestyle for men. Tiang Chan in lane number 9 for China. There's Taliesin Glock, Paralympic champion in the S6 classification. He goes in lane 0. Facundo Jose Arrigue goes through for Argentina in lane number 8. Michael Jones, can he pull something out of the bag, Ellie? Trying to achieve that qualification standard. Well, that's what we'll be watching out for. Signorini from Argentina. He's had a few swims this week. And he goes next to his teammate in lane number 7. The third Argentinian, Inaki Basilov. Gold medal at the World Championships last year. And that's Zhu Haozhou we're looking at now. There is Marco Meneses. Set a world record in the 50 backstroke yesterday. Portuguese swimmer in the S11 classification. Great Britain, Sam Downey right in the centre lanes here. Lane number 5, the young man who qualified. Made a qualification standard for the GB team. He's right next to Diogo Cancella, the two S8s in the middle 2 lanes. Another 2 S8s alongside them, Zhu and Signorini.
Yeah, there's going to be some great racing with Sam Downey in lane 5. Right next to him is in lane 4 is the Portuguese S8. The other side of him in lane 6 is another S8, the Chinese, followed by the Argentinian as well. And then also Mikey as well in lane 1 has got the Argentinian next to him. So will this race for Mikey, having this Argentinian, push him to the qualification time, which is 4:47.32.
It'd be good to see Mikey Jones dip under that qualification standard. He has the world champion in the S7 class right next to him, Inaki Basilov, who's already taken a World Series gold in the 200 metres individual medley. They go side by side in lanes 1 and 2. Just, it's lane 0 at the bottom as we look at it. That's Taliesin Glock. Michael Jones 1 lane up, and Inaki Basilov 1 lane up from Jones. A good start from Marco Meneses. We've seen him with a good sprint in that 50 back, setting a world record for the S11 classification. See the tapper there, showing the swimmer with no vision when to turn, and going well next to him is his Portuguese teammate Diogo Cancela. Wonder if they got a team plan here, the Portuguese.
Yeah, they could be. Racing each other, pushing each other along. I'm sure Marco Menez can't see his teammate, but can feel him, can feel the waves of the water. Pushing each other, coming into to this first 100 metre mark. Great turn by both of them there. Really, really good turn. And how's Sam Downey doing? He's coming in 4th, 107.76. Again, he can see his rival, the Portuguese swimmer, just ahead of him, but that's going to push him along. And then Mikey as well, in lane 1, has one of his main competitors, another Argentinian swimmer, in lane 2. Again, body length ahead of him.
So it looks good for Cancela in these opening stages. He's gone ahead of Meneses. Probably the highest points total for this one, well, in this final, is Inaki Basilov, swimmer in lane number 2. So swimmers at the front though, that's great technique, isn't it, for Diogo Cancela? Really, that one arm, almost like a butterfly stroke, almost fly kick at the end, and really strong reach at the front of the stroke.
Yeah, it's definitely his low stroke rate, catching, getting that as much distance as he can with that arm to propel him through the water, to use less energy, get as much catch, get as much propulsion going forward. A beautiful stroke had by him.
And he looks like he's stretching his lead over the rest of the field. Diogo Cancela.
But you can
Meneses now being caught by Basilov on 1 lane inside him.
Yeah,
Basilov going really well.
Yeah, this Argentinian world champion in lane 2, seeing the Portuguese athlete leading the way in lane 4, trying to catch him up. There's a race happening here and pushing him to a fast time.
Well, Basilov, just keep an eye on the clock for Basilov. He was the highest points total in this final, this first final, 855 points. I wonder if he's going to get inside that one. We'll just see where he is in terms of where he was this morning. We go down towards the 300 mark. Meneses just dropping back now. Sam Downey still there in 3rd position. Jones trying to get back into contention there in lane number 1. Cancela goes over 3:27. Basilov in 3:28. And he's well faster than he did this morning. You remember, Elliot eased into the finish, Basilov.
Yeah, he did.
He could have had a big points total, but just chose to ease that last 50.
But I don't think he's going to be doing that tonight, and it does not look like he's doing that tonight in these finals. You can see he's given everything he's got. He's got creating that splash, creating those waves, creating that propulsion in lane 2 to get him to the side of the pool as fast as he can. So yeah, he's definitely not easing these finals tonight.
He doesn't get the push off the wall that Cancela has. Basilov with a lower limb impairment. And the good leg of Cancela is taking him away and clear now in these final stages. It looks like Diogo Cancela is coming home in front here. It's going to be a good swim from the Portuguese swimmer. We saw him go 4:41 in the qualification. He's going to go faster than that. Look at this. 4 minutes and 36, 884 points. Basilov, 967 points. Well, he wasn't hanging about, was he, Ellie?
No.
Meneses in 3rd, 847. But great swim from Inaki Basilov.
Yeah, I think so far 967 points. Wow. And a great time. This morning he went 4:50.29. Tonight he wasn't easing up, and you could see that, and the time shows 4:38.58.
Good time from Callison Glock in the outside lane as well.
Yeah.
5:01.03 for the Paralympic champion in the S6 classification.
You can see Mikey Jones 2 seconds faster than what he did in the heats, but still shy. Still did not get that qualification time he was aiming for of 4:47.32. So he'll probably be a bit disappointed with that.
So coming into the closing stages, it's Zhu Haizhou of China in that centre lane, and also in the outside lane it's Tang Qian, Chinese swimmer in the S6 classification. Basilov will take that first final. 967, that's a big target, and 933 for second place.
So top points there, Basilov, followed by Glock, followed by the Portuguese S8, Cancellaire on 884.
Yeah, great swim at the front of the field there by Diogo Cancela. Take him into third position, 884 points. Inaki Basilov was very strong there, the world champion, 967 for him. And Taliesin Glock in second position with 933. One more heat to come, of course.
And looking at the time that Sam Downey posted, again, another personal best hit by Sam Downey. He is having a great meet. This morning, he went 4:46.52. Tonight, he went 4:42.88. So he's on form. He's having a great championships.
Well, having a great time here in Sheffield. Sam Downey improving every time he hits the water. That important time that he posted for the backstroke yesterday was inside that qualification standard. So they come out for now the second of the 400 freestyle finals. Luke Batty is the first one out. Time in the heats of 4:40.89. Matthew Torres, he is in the S8 classification. World Championship silver medalist. Roger Dorsman, one of the two S11 swimmers. Dorsman, European record holder. This one, Uchu Tomita. Second of the two S11s, Uchu Tomita. There's Douglas Matera. He swam in one of the early heats this morning. He had to swim all on his own, the visually impaired swimmer. He's well ahead of the rest of the field, and he's made it into this second final. There's Justin Capps from Germany, another swimmer in the S10 classification. Kilian Portal, first of the two French swimmers to have made this final. Oliver Carter coming out, had a good swim this morning. 419.06, Ollie Carter. Baz Taken, the Paralympic and World Championship silver medalist. And there's Alex Portal.
Two brothers competing against each other here. We've got Alex Portal in lane 4, fastest going into this final from France, the S13, plus his brother in lane 6, Cillian Portal, again from France, also a 13. Two 13s, two brothers competing against each other.
Yeah, both with a visual impairment. We've seen that this week. We've seen the Cleggs compete against each other, the Humphreys.
The Redferns, even though they're not competing against each other, but still.
Yeah, brother and sister, of course. So, Alex Portal will be one of the favourites for this one. He scored 900 points in qualification. He's going to have to go a little bit quicker. 967, is it, Ellie?
Yeah, 967. Basilov did in the previous final. So can he beat that score? If he goes faster, he might.
Well, lines 4 and 5 away quickly in the early stages. Alex Portal in 4, Bastaken in 5. Of course, we'll have to watch out for points totals of the S11 swimmers as well. Roger Dorsman goes right up there in lane number 8. One lane from the top. He's a Paralympic Games gold medalist. Bastaken as well, right in the centre there. World Championship and Paralympic Games silver medalist. Bastaken going in lane number 5. So just one lane up from the leader at the minute, who is Alex Portal of France.
You got 2 Brits as well in this event. You got Ollie Carter in lane 3. This event, though, actually he could not qualify in this event as they haven't got it at the World Championships or the Paralympics, whereas Luke Batty has got a qualification time in this of 4:18.69. He did do 4:40.89, so it'll be a big push, a big PB needed to hit that qualification time. But it is 400 meters. You never know how you can drop a big time like that, but it might be a big push to make that qualification time.
Yeah, maybe a tough ask for Luke Batty. He's been really performing well this week, especially in that 200 IM. We saw him on day 1 of this event. It's almost a perfect spearhead behind the leaders, Alex Portal and Bastaken. The swimmers just coming into view now. As Alex Portal goes out in 1:59.21. It's gone out very fast indeed.
You could tell, though, when he was standing behind that block, getting ready to race this final, you could see he was psyched, he was pumped up, ready to race. So he's going all out today, and you can see that tonight. He's leading the way, leading the field by a long margin. A beautiful stroke he has. This is a typical great 400 free stroke that he's got, and he's showing the world what he's made of.
Yeah, he was a medalist at the World Championships. We said he was a medalist in the Tokyo Games. Now, can he get the highest number of points totals to get himself on the top spot of that World Series podium? 967 points he needs. He had 900 exactly in the qualification heat, so it's going to be have to be a big improvement there on his 4:06.69 that he posted in the qualification heats, but he's got a little bit of a chance. He's certainly inside that pace. He'll be somewhere in the region of maybe about 4:02, 4:03, I think.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be big ask, but I think he's gonna do it. And also be interested to see Ollie Carter again. He posted a personal best in the heats this morning by 4:19.06. Can he better the personal best that he broke this morning tonight in the final? Again, he's looking strong, but it's all about Alex Portal leading the way. This last 50, he's up the gear, he's kicking away, he's up to his stroke rates. He knows 25 meters left to go. Can he beat this 4:06.69 he posted?
Well, I think he is going to be inside that time. Is he going to be high enough points total to claim that top spot? 967 is the target as he comes in now. 941. We'll keep an eye on the other swimmers as they come into the wall now. Bastaken in second position, just ahead of Ollie Carter. The S11 swimmers will be coming in shortly. Roger Dorsman in lane number 8. You see the tapping sticks for the 2 S11 swimmers there. Uchu Tomita and Roger Dorsman. Dorsman, Paralympic gold medalist, comes in at 925 points. He was very, very close to that 941 posted by Alex Portal, but not quite enough. I don't think it's enough to get him even on the podium. Roger Dorsman, 925, an excellent score. Yeah. But I think it might be 4th place.
Yeah, no, it is 4th place. It's still Basiloff, 967. Alex Portal, 941. And then followed by 3rd place, still Taliesin Glock.
So Felipe Rodriguez,
Felipe,
Liz
Liz.
Johnson and Danny Jimenez having a good time in the stands.
How did Ollie Carter do? 4:16.65. Wow. Another personal best posted by him.
Great swim from Ollie Carter there. Matthew Torres from the USA also in the 900-point range. It's a good swim from him. Tomita in the 900-point range. Dorsman, 900 points as well. What a quality field that was. Of course, the blacked out goggles have to be checked. And I think the result is confirmed. And there we have it. Alex Portal, 941 points. He will take that second final just ahead of Roger Dorsman and Uchu Tomita. And in terms of the overall standings, Inaki Basilov is good enough to take another title here in Sheffield. Alex Portal will take the silver, and it's Taliesin Glock for third position. But what quality there. First 6 swimmers in the 900-point range.
Yeah, and it shows world-leading athletes here, top of their game here, and performing at the World Series here in Sheffield.
Well, I think we'll move on to the 200 freestyle. Now, really?
Yep. Again, half the distance of that 400 meters that we've just seen. 4 lengths of the pool.
National final again are on their way out. Ida Cochran we see there. We just saw Tegan Davidson take the start in lane number 9. Ida Cochran in 0. Maisie Catt goes in lane number 8. Ellen Stevenson will go in lane number 1. Amy McFarlane will come out for lane number 7. Motherwell and Wishaw. Abigail Wickens. Again, another race for Abigail Wickens. Has she been in every single national final?
Yeah, I
She
think,
might have been.
which is really good to see. She's up in her game. She's delivering where it's needed most.
Talia Glynn in lane number 6. We have Kiara Fellon. City of Salford. We've had a good squad of para swimmers in the past. City of Salford.
The likes of Heather Frederickson, way back in London and London 2012.
Abigail Daly. And Brooklyn Hale. So, again, right in the centre lane, Brooklyn Hale, born in 2010. So another real youngster, just 13 years of age this year. She might only be 12 years of age. This 200 freestyle national final.
Many S14s in this event. 5 S14s, 1 S7, 1 S5, 2 S9s and 1 S8.
Yeah, half the field is the S14 classification. And out in front of the field, 5 swimmers all in a row there. It's a good start. Kiara Fellon, Brooklyn Hale, Abigail Daly, Talia Glynn, and Amy McFarlane all in contention here as they go up to this first turn. And who's going to be first to that turn? It looks like it might be Talia Glynn, possibly. Yeah, 35.38 for her. Kiara Fellon of City of Salford in second position. Abigail Daly in third place. It's a very close contest in the middle of the field there. And quite a lot of the S14s in this contest. Lanes 3, 5, 6 and 7, all S14s. Just Brooklyn Hale, the young swimmer, the S9 swimmer in lane number 4, staying in contention with those S14s.
Yes, she is. She's going to get pulled along with them, but coming into the halfway mark in lane 6 is Talia Glynn, the S14 from Stockport Metro there, turning in a 1:14.75, followed closely by Kiara Fellon in a 1:15.37. But Brooklyn Hale there, turning in a 1:17.64 from the S9 category. She's getting pulled along with the S14 swimmers. She can see them, she's chasing. She knows there's 75 meters to go, and it's all down to this last 75 meters. She's actually chasing them, she's actually catching them up. This is a great race coming in for Brooklyn Hale. Turning now, this last 50 meters, Kiara Felland from Salford. Last 50 meters to go.
Yeah, and she has just got that little slight edge. City of Salford swimmer Brooklyn Hale is coming back and kicking the legs really hard. Brooklyn Hale, she has an arm impairment, but she's coming alongside the S14 swimmers. What a great finish this is for Brooklyn Hale. She's coming right through the field here, the young swimmer. This is a great race here, and it is Brooklyn Hale and Kiara Felland going into the wall together. What a great finish there for Brooklyn Hale. And I think she might just have got to the wall first. 236.74. 568 points for Brooklyn Hale. What a good finish that was. She's ahead of Abigail Wickens, who had a higher points total in qualification. And I think Brooklyn Hale may well just have clinched that one, but we do have other swimmers to come in the outside lanes. Ellen Stevenson in now in lane number 1, and the swimmers in the 2 of the outside lanes now is Ida Corcoran in lane number 0, the S9 swimmer. Watch out for the points total of Maisie Catt in lane number 8, right at the top there. 377 for Maisie Catt. And Tegan Davidson is the only swimmer who can upset Brooklyn Hale now. Points total for Tegan Davidson, 429 as she touches the wall. And what a good swim from Brooklyn Hale, the youngster.
Wow, she left that till the last minute there, didn't she? You could see she was a body length behind, but that last 50 meters, she edged closer and closer and gave it everything that she got. And into that last 5 meters, she touched and she got it. And also a cracking time.
Yeah, 568 points, 542 for Wickens and 489 for Felon. And a big improvement that was, Ellie,
Yeah,
wasn't it?
massive improvement. She went 2:38.99. Tonight, in the final, she went 2:36.74. What a final that was. A memory that she's going to probably remember for some time now. She's definitely going to be one of the ones to watch in the future.
Yeah, with a finish like that, definitely. Great finish there from Brooklyn Hale. Here's Ellie Chalice coming out. That trademark smile of Ellie Chalice. What can she do? Great swim she had. British record in qualification this morning. Gina Butcher comes into lane 0. S4 swimmer, the first of 2 S4 swimmers. And there is the second one, Patricia Pereira dos Santos. She finished just ahead of Gina Butcher in qualification. Mayuri Yui from Japan, an S5 swimmer. And here is her Japanese teammate, Chikako Ono, S11 swimmer, swimmer with no vision, the Japanese swimmer. And in the centre lanes, it's all S14 swimmers completing this lineup. Megan Neve from Great Britain in lane number 2. Ayumi Ando, the 3rd Japanese swimmer in this final. She goes in lane number 6. Asea Maureen Espu from France in lane number 3. Hong Kong swimmer Su Kei Cheong. Lane number 5, and Janina Brewer. That middle lane, the S14 swimmer. What do you think about the points for this one, Ellie?
It's going to be interesting, but I think there's a lot of S14s in the middle. You've got an S14 in lane 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You've got an S11 in lane 7, and then S4 in lane 8 and 0, and then S5 in lane 1 and S3 in lane 9. So I think it's all to play for in this one, Paul.
Yeah. Ellie Chalice had a high points total from the heats. 672 points for Ellie Chalice. So we'll see if she can do that again. Can she get better than the British record that she set this morning? She's going to be behind the field. So we'll come back to Ellie Chalice in the later portion of the race. We'll try and keep a track on the time that she's done to see how she's standing against that British record that she set this morning. Four swimmers in the outside lanes, of course. Chalice, Dos Santos, Butcher and Yui. They're in the lower numerical classes. And all S14s with the exception of Chikako Ono, the S11 swimmer in lane 7.
Yes, so you can see the S14s leading the way. The 6 of them. No, the 5 of them exact, sorry.
Yeah, looks like in the centre it might be Janina Brauer from Germany in lane number 4, just maybe edging it as they come to the halfway point. She actually had a dead heat in terms of time with Suki Chion. They both went 2:21.62 in the qualification heats. And they are well matched here as they come into the second half of this one.
Yes, they are. Lane 5 leading the way. The athlete from Hong Kong into this last 75 metres. I'm sure she can see her competitors. She's breathing to the right. She can see the German on the inside of her in lane 4.
Well, it's going to be close again here. Just said we keep an eye on Ellie Chalice's time as she goes through the halfway point. 1:48.70 she was in this morning. She's 1:48.30. She's inside British record pace. Ellie Chalice, will come back to her as she is, as a lower classification swimmer, some way behind the leaders in this one, but she's right on pace for a good time, Ellie Chalice.
She is. She is one of these athletes to watch. She achieved big in Tokyo, and she's going to be one of those athletes to watch in.
And swimmers come down for the final stages now, and it's going to be a very close race here. And it might be Cheong into the wall first. 689 points there, just 0.1 ahead of SBO with 687 points, 2 points in it at the front of the field there. That was close, wasn't it? Janina Brauer just 10 points further adrift.
There's 3 athletes there finishing on a 2:20. So Geneva, the French athlete finishing on a 2:20.20. The Hong Kong athlete 2:20.06, and the German 2:20.84. So the Hong Kong athlete picked it there, but still all to play for. We've still got the Brazilian coming in, the Japanese coming in, the German coming in, and Ellie Chalice.
And 642 points for Mayuri Yui. Not gonna challenge 687 points, 689, sorry, for Cheong. They're all in the 600 point range. Can Ellie Chalice go in the 700 point range? Here she comes now. She is still inside British record pace here. Ellie Chalice, 3:43.12 was the time that she set in the morning. She swam this pretty much on her own. I think she's going to be inside it again, Ellie. 3:43.12, and it's 3:40.87. And that is the highest points total of anyone in the race, and another British record for Ellie Chalice.
Absolutely amazing. I'm delighted for her. She set a British record this morning and then came in the final tonight and smashed it even more. 3 seconds off the time that she did this morning, and she is the highest point scorer on a 693, followed by the Hong Kong athlete in lane 5, followed then behind the German athlete in lane 4.
So, still waiting for confirmation of the result. We've got an S11 swimmer, Chikako Ono, to have the goggles checked. I think we're okay though. So there we see it. Ellie Chalice a new British record, 693 points. Suki Cheong from Hong Kong, 689, and it was Asia Maureen Espu, 687 points. You got that, Ellie?
Yes, I have.
That's the target for the next one.
Yeah, so the target to beat Ellie Chalice on 693. She is the lead-in, but there's some top athletes coming into this last final now.
Well, it's S14s all the way in this 200 freestyle final. Yu Lam Chan from Hong Kong, 2 Hong Kong swimmers in the outside lanes. Ho Yen Chung making her way over to lane number 0. Poppy Maskell, what a good week she has had. Qualification standards achieved in previous events. Mami Inui, Japanese swimmer in lane number 1. Georgia Sheffield achieved the qualification standard in the 100 backstroke, but unfortunately was beaten by 3 other from GB. Louise Fides, can she pull something out of the bag still to achieve a qualification standard? Pernilla Lindberg, fresh from that success in the 400, she's back again for the 200.
At least this time it's half the distance. It's only
It's the right way around. So Amber van der Kroek, Netherlands in 3. It's Jessica Jane Applegate, Paralympic champion back in 2012. And there is Bethany Firth, favourite for this one. World record holder, fastest from the qualification heats in 2:11. She's the only one to dip under the British standard.
Yeah, the British standard is 2:12.42, and this morning she went 2:11.11. Can Jessica Jane get under that qualification time of 2:12.42? She did go 2:12.84 as well, so not far from the qualification time in the heats this morning.
So a tough standard for the Great Britain swimmers to achieve. And points total for Ellie Chalice, 693 for Ellie Chalice.
Yeah.
Should be within the grasp of these swimmers. Bethany Firth, 840 points in the heats. So if she goes anywhere near the times, I think this could be the race where we see the 3 medalists decided, Ellie.
Yes, it is, definitely. But also, as well, we've got to watch for Louise Fids. Can she hit this qualification time? She missed it in the 200 IM on day 1, and she missed it again yesterday in her #1 event in the 100 metres breaststroke last night. Can she hit this qualification standing here tonight in the 200 free? She did post a time of 2:15.92. But Bethany Firth is leading the pack, leading the way, followed closely by Jessica Jane Applegate, followed then by the Netherlands' Amber van der Kroek after that. But Bethany is leading this 100 metres. She is the top of her game. She is an incredible athlete. She has been at the top of her game for many, many years now. She made her first Paralympics in London 2012. Paris will be her 4th games.
And she is still looking good at the front of the field. She had a great summer last summer, winning this title in the Commonwealth Games, the 200 freestyle, the S14 event in the Commonwealth Games. She was the first Northern Irish swimmer to win a medal in the swimming pool at the Commonwealth Games, representing Great Britain, of course, on the international stage. And she has a lead over Jessica Jane Applegate, who is clear in 2nd position. In 3rd place, Amber van der Kroek had a very good heat swim, and she's following that up with a very good final swim here. But Bethany Firth now trying to get herself on top of this podium. I think she's going to do it, because I don't think that Jessica Jane Applegate is going to catch her now into the final stages. Bethany Firth will have a look at the points total, and 872 points under the 210 mark, 2:12.21. Jessica Jane Applegate also inside that qualification standard for the GB team. She's in second place with 819 points. And it is Amber van der Kroek, I think. 786 points. So we'll wait for confirmation of that result. 872 points, we think, that for Bethany Firth. Still waiting for results. There we have it. Bethany Firth takes it. 872 points, 819 for Jessica Jane Applegate, and Amber van der Kroek 786 points. And the overall standings will be Bethany Firth, Jessica Jane Applegate, and Amber van der Kroek, with Louise finished just outside the medals in 4th position. So good performances there. Great Britain win another World Para Series medal with Bethany Firth, and 2nd place with Jessica Jane Applegate. So that is the women's race finished. We can now go and speak to Ashley.
Thanks, Paul. It's time for some giveaways, and I'm here with Fionn and Mackenzie. Mackenzie, you're actually competing this weekend. How's it all going?
Yeah, great. Lots of PBs, luckily.
Oh, well, that's always nice to come away with a PB. You know, are you meeting some new friends, getting to know some new people?
Yeah.
That's what we like to see. And I know you're friends with Fionn. Fionn, you're here supporting Mackenzie. Who else are you here supporting?
I'm supporting Megan Willis, Lily, and Wales in general.
And Wales. Come on, Wales. Right, so I've got one question. You get one opportunity to answer, and then whoever wins can either choose from a pair of goggles or this lovely backpack that I'm modelling. Get a close-up of that, Josh. Okay, right. You ready? Okay, so the question is, how many medals did Great Britain come away with at the Tokyo 2020 Paralympics? Oh, she's very confident. In the swimming, okay? It's specifically in the swimming. Okay, Mackenzie, I'm going to come to you first.
47.
Whoa, that's a high number. 47 for Mackenzie. Fionn, don't, back yourself. What are you thinking?
26.
She's only gone and done it, ladies and gentlemen. Congratulations, spot on, 26 medals. How do you feel about getting that right?
Pardon?
How do you feel that you've won?
I'm surprised.
She's surprised. Which one do you want? Do you want the goggles or do you want the bag? Yeah, okay, we'll get that sorted. You know what, Mackenzie? You can have the goggles as well. Please give it up for Mackenzie and Fionn, everyone.
Oh, do you know that, Ellie?
No, I didn't know it. We were trying to figure out what it was, weren't we, Paul? We were trying to decide. You said, what did you say?
I'm not divulging it. I think you were closer.
I said 56.
Oh, no, you
I
weren't
thought it was
closer
56.
then. No. Oh, 56. Maybe that was the overall team.
Yeah, I don't know. Was it gold medals?
No, overall medals, I think they said.
Overall medals. Yes, I would have totally got it wrong. So well done to her. That's
Well
amazing.
done.
To get the exact score. Wow.
I know.
And to pick that perfect backpack as well. Love that backpack.
You were eyeing it up
I know.
earlier on.
I think I'm going to go out there and see if I can have it. But no, she totally deserves it.
Is the medalist now for the men's 400 freestyle. Taliesin Glock taking the bronze medal for Brazil. Excellent time and point score for the Paralympic champion. Here's Alex Portal. Gave everything there, didn't he, at the end of that 400?
He looked strong throughout that race. You could see it before he was about to dive in. He was so focused, and throughout that race, he led the way. But it was all about this guy.
Yeah, Nikki Vasilov from Argentina, another gold medal for him. 200 meters individual medley, and now 400 freestyle gold medalist. He was the world champion. He's now the World Para Series champion. Sam Downey wins the British medal. So the top British swimmer, Sam Downey, in the 400. And as I said, Jamie Curtis.
Oh.
We saw him coming out for his race the other day, and he was absolutely pumped up. Jamie Curtis, he will be delighted to get a junior medal here. Great swim from Jamie Curtis.
You can see what it means to him there. He's absolutely chuffed. And that's what it means to be on top of the podium, to be to get those medals around your neck. All this hard work that you do in training counts for these moments like this now.
Sam Downey's been in great form, hasn't he?
He has. He's had a great competition. He's going to be one definitely to watch at the World Championships in Manchester in the summer. But yeah, he's had a fabulous games, well, a fabulous championships. PBs, qualification times, what more could you ask for?
Absolutely. A medal, top British medal for Sam Downey. That kind of tops it off. And again, we've got the women. They swam first, but they are presented second. I think that's because Pernilla Lindberg was in that previous final there.
Yeah.
And she's come right out of that and straight onto the medal podium. Chilling. She swam in that very first heat of the 400 freestyle, stretched away at the front to win the S9 swimmer. Pernilla Lindberg swam a great race in that second heat. She was on the tail of Bianca Papp all the way in that second final. Really good swim from the Swedish swimmer. And Lisette Bronsma, great swim from her. A few seconds outside her European record. Big points total for the Netherlands swimmer.
Yeah, amazing.
Maisie Summers-Newton, the top Great Britain athlete in this one. She'll take another medal.
Yeah. She's had a great meet this championships. 2 qualification times, many gold medals, 200 IM, 100 breaststroke, and now this one in the 400 meters freestyle. I think that's the last of her racing.
Was it tomorrow? 53 and 100 fly.
Yeah, which she doesn't normally swim, and I don't think she will be tomorrow. So she's had a great competition. So she'll be going home. Her granddad's there supporting her. You can see him in the stripy t-shirt there. Very proud, I'm sure, of Maisie.
He's not paying attention.
Yeah,
is he, really?
not paying attention, drinking his water. But what an evening we're having here, Paul.
Yeah,
World records, British records, personal bests.
Well, we did think we had 2 world records in the same heat earlier on, but not quite for that disqualification. But it's been a great night of action. I like the distance swimming, you know. It's,
thank you. That's lovely to hear.
Yeah,
I love that. I love that. Same here. 400, 200 meters. Give me all the distance stuff.
200 meters coming out now for the national final for the men. Owen Johnson and Lucas Lee, they are the first out. Bjorn Ian from Hamilton goes in lane number 8. Giorgio Oxby in lane number 1. Seen him again. I'm sure he was in the final earlier on. Giorgio Oxby was certainly there last night as well. William Newton. It's definitely at least a second final for William Newton tonight. The Kai Gelsthorpe. Oh, he's had a busy program, hasn't he?
Yeah, he has.
My goodness.
There he is, walking out.
Matthew Scott from University of Aberdeen Performance in 6 with Brett Bassett will be the next one out from City of Derby. Rio Rogers. Wonder if we'll see that orange cap. Oh, Basildon, there it is.
Four lengths. Oh, we got Joseph.
Joseph Greaves coming out. Nova Centurion had a good first night. Looking serious. Looking in the zone, isn't he?
Yeah, very much. Got his hood up, goggles on, very much focused for this 200 meters. Sure, he's feeling the nerves, but channeling those nerves to go out there and give it everything he's got.
Do you miss this bit, Ellie, coming out, marching out?
No, I don't. I know how they're feeling. I know the nerves. Yeah, they're not that nice, to be honest. But when it goes well, you forget all those nerves. But yeah, that adrenaline rush. Do miss that bit afterwards, but not the nerves now.
So the swimmers for the national final of this 200 freestyle. Again, we've only got 2 classifications in this one, haven't we, Ellie?
Yeah, we've got S14s and S10s. So we've got 7 S14s and 3 S10s. So it's a race between the S14s and a race between the S10s. But again, for this S10s, it's not actually a Paralympic event, but it is for the S14s. So these S14s can qualify for the World Championships this summer in Manchester. But it's all to play for in the middle. Joseph Greaves here from Nova Centurion, turning first, followed by Rio Rogers.
Yeah, it's a close contest certainly here. 4 and 5 together. Joseph Greaves and Rio Rogers. We saw them go head to head in the 100 freestyle a little bit earlier in the week. And it was Joseph Greaves, I think, who came out on top on that occasion. Also going well, Brett Bassett from City of Derby in lane number 3. But right in the middle, Joseph Greaves has got the lead on either side of the leading 3. Looks like it might be Kai Gelstorp in lane number 2 with William Newton. In fact, Matthew Scott, sorry, in lane number 6 there. But they are chasing this top 3. It's all going to be between these 3, I think, Ellie, as they hit the top turn for the last time.
It is. It's all to play for in this 3 lanes, in lane 4, lane 5, lane 3. And they've turned with Joseph Greaves of Nova Centurion, 1:35.14, followed closely by Rio Rogers, followed after that by Brett Bassett. The world record is held by Rhys Dunn from Britain, but it's all to play for about...
The swimmers coming in now to the final stages here. It looks like it's Joseph Greaves is going to get ahead of Rio Rogers here, but only just. Joseph Greaves, 206.83, with Rio Rogers, 207.26. Great contest again. Points, 696. Not sure if anyone's going to challenge that points total now, Ellie.
No, I don't think so, but I think it's a faster time from progression from the heat to the finals for Joseph Greaves. He went 2:07 this morning, 2:06 tonight, and Rio Rogers as well smashed his time that he did this in the heats. Went in the heats 2:12, and he's just gone 2:07, so he's going to be delighted by that.
That's a big jump, isn't it?
Yeah, very much so. But it's all about going up, getting up that next step, getting up that next level for these events like this, raising the game. And it's to do it here is, what could you ask for? What more could you ask for?
Absolutely. We're waiting for the result here, and here we have it. Joseph Greaves, 696 ahead of Rio Rogers, and Brett Bassett all in the 600-point range. So Joseph Greaves and Rio Rogers had that head-to-head in the 100 freestyle earlier. They've continued that in the 200, and it's the same result.
Yes. I'm really excited for this next men's 200 meters freestyle. This last heat between William Ellard and Jordan Catchpole. Can Jordan Catchpole get the qualification time? He was so close this morning in the heats. Can he do it tonight? I'm sure he's feeling the pressure. I'm sure he's feeling the nerves. He is a gold medalist from Tokyo, so he knows how to play for. He knows what to do to perform at that top level. He knows how to deal with the pressure, but I'm sure he's feeling it tonight, but he can do it.
Well, we're waiting for these 3 World Para Series finals to come up. It's going to be absolutely fascinating here to see if anyone can get under the Great Britain qualification standard. Are we going to finish off the same way as we finished off the first 2 nights of competition with a world record swim? Oh, you never know. Dos Santos Araujo from Brazil goes in this very first World Series final. It's quite a tough world record though. And it's held by Benjing Liu of China. But we can expect a big points total here as the World Series final comes out. Bruno Becker de Silva from Brazil, the first of the two S2 swimmers, making his way out to lane 0. Here he is.
Santos has just been on the medal podium. Got
Yes,
that gold, and then
he
he's
is,
now
straight into lane 8.
straight into the 200 meters freestyle.
Well, that's Becker de Silva going over to lane 0. Santos Araujo already on the podium, already behind the blocks there. There he is.
He's a 21-year-old world record holder. There's David Smetanine.
Back on track now with the swimmers coming out in the correct order. Smetanine trying to go for another Paralympic Games, 5 Paralympic Games in all so far for the experienced Frenchman. There's another one of the Brazilians, Daniel Xavier Mendes, a 6 swimmer, going in lane 7. There is Wei Sung To from Singapore, goes in lane number 2. Building in towards the centre, Marco Meneses back in again. Big support from the Portuguese along to our right-hand side.
He's had a cracking meet. World records.
And 3 S14s will complete the lineup for this one. Julian Fulgraf, the German, in lane number 3. There's Hobon Samuel Chu, Hong Kong swimmer, going in lane number 5. And Bram Dalman for the Netherlands, another one of these S14 swimmers. Tall figure of the Dutch swimmer in lane number 4. Meneses is quite tall as well. Dalman as well. I wonder who's the tallest.
I think definitely number 4. The Dutch is definitely the tallest. But yeah, you've got the 3 S14s in the middle, followed closely by S11, S7, S4, S2, S6, and another S2. So all the categories in this event.
Dos Santos Araujo will be behind the field alongside his teammate Bruno Becker de Silva in the outside lanes, but we'll keep an eye on their progress as we go through. We'll keep an eye on the splits as they go through the halfway stage and the 3/4 stage, but at the front I expect it to be a very close contest. The S14s, Fulgraf, Dalman and Samuel Chi in the middle lanes, Meneses in lane number 6. Well, we spoke about that long-standing world record that Meneses' class, the S11 class, held by John Morgan of the USA, set back in 1990.
Oh, it would be great if this world record to be broken. He did go 2:17:02 this morning, so he's got to do about over 10 seconds.
Yeah, I think it might be maybe not today for Marco Meneses, but
in the
he can
future.
work towards it, because he's a swimmer in great form, isn't he?
But it's led, coming into this 100-meter mark, the Dutch swimmer, Bram Dalman, turning in a 1:01, one dead 65, followed by the Hong Kong swimmer, 1:02:31. But it's all to play for within these 3 S14 swimmers leading the pack.
Yeah, Dalman looking comfortable at the minute, but Hobon Samuel Chi is looking dangerous here up in lane number 5. I think he might be closing slightly on Dalman. Might be in for a cracking finish here. We go back to the outside lanes as well. We'll see what the progress is. Smetanine going well as we focus now on the battle for first place. Hold on, Samuel Chi. Coming alongside now, Bram Dalman. This is going to be a big finish. I did think he was closing, and I think he is going to close down the Dutchman in the final stages here. Can Dalman kick again in the very last stretches here of this 200 freestyle? I don't think so. I think it's going to go to Hobon Samuel Chi from Hong Kong in 2:08.77. 665 points. We'll keep an eye on the swimmers from Brazil in the outside lanes to see how they are going in terms of where they are sitting from their heat swims. Can we expect a big points total? Dos Santos Araujo looks right on course. He got 876 points in qualification. He's there or thereabouts for that one. Smetany is on his way home now. As we saw Mendes, 793 points, who's taken up the running at this stage, just ahead of Meneses, 788.
Yes, he is. The Brazilian S6 swimmer, 2:31.42, 793 points, followed by the S11 swimmer, who actually has swum faster than his heat swim that he did this morning.
And here's Smetany coming into the closing stages now. We'll have an eye on the points total for David Smetany. 647 for him, 310.52 for David Smetany. And still with two swimmers in the water, and one of them being the world record breaker from this week, Gabriel dos Santos Araujo, and his teammate Bruno Becker da Silva. They are both the Brazilian swimmers in the S2 classifications in the outside lanes. And dos Santos Araujo has been in great form this week, hasn't he, Ellie?
Oh, he has. He's been incredible. World records, gold medals. He's coming into these last 15 meters, swimming really, really well. His entry time of 4:09.82. Can he better it? It looks like he can.
He might. Yeah, it's going in. It's going to be very close here. They have to touch with the head, and it is. Oh, is it just outside? Oh, very consistent. 4:09.87 and 875 points there. He was 876 in the heats. He's 875 in the final. And Bruno Becker da Silva, is he going to challenge the 700 points that he had in the heats? And he completes the distance, 651 points for the Brazilian Bruno Becker da Silva. But it is Gabriel dos Santos Araujo, the second last swimmer to finish and the highest number of points.
Yeah, and like you said, Paul, the heats time that he went this morning, 4:09.82, and tonight he went 4:09.87. Still, though, the highest point scorer with the 875, followed by Mendes of Brazil of the S6 category, 793, followed by Menez of Portugal, S11, 788.
And there's confirmation on your scoreboard. Two Brazilians at the top at the minute, 793 and 875, but 788 for Meneses. Another big points total for the Portuguese swimmer.
Yeah, it was. He's been on form this meet. He's been swimming world records. And again, tonight, he showed it.
So the second final. And one S13 swimmer, but all the rest are from the S14 class. Jack Milne going in lane number 9 from Great Britain. Wachirawit Inchu from Thailand. In lane 0, Genki Sauto will be out next after Aymeric Parmentier, the Belgian. Genki Sauto is a Japanese visually impaired swimmer, so not on the not in the S14 classification like the others in this field. George Kelman-Johns for Great Britain goes in lane number 7. Cameron Verncombe was so close to the qualification standard in the individual medley on day 1 here of these championships, just missing out by a fraction of a second. Ethan Yin John Chu from Malaysia in lane number 6. Nathan McManus. And Kevin Seiki. Oh, no Nathan McManus taking the start here. So it doesn't look like we have
The Plymouth.
lane number 3. Kevin McManus. We've got no Tom Hamer either in lane number 5. So, 2 swimmers missing from this final. That's left Kevin Secchi with clear water either side of him.
Yeah, which can actually have an advantage. He's not going to have any waves. He's not going to have any drag. He's just in the middle, spearing in lane 4 with... Yes, he will still be able to see his competitors in lane 6 and lane 2. So we still have a race, but he'll actually have a clear water, which is very helpful.
So, Japanese swimmer in the middle. All on his own. It's a strange setup for the Japanese swimmer. The 2 swimmers either side of him withdrawn from this final. And can we see anyone challenge that points total from that first heat? 8.75 for Gabriel dos Santos Arujo. It's going to be a close final, this one, I think. Times ranging from 2:03 for the middle lane swimmer down to 2:10. So not much in it in the early stages here, really.
No, not much to play for, so it's going to probably be very, very tight, and it's all about this 4 lengths. Don't want to make any mistakes at all. As you can see, coming in first is Kevin Secchi of Japan on his own in a 27.85, followed closely by the swimmers on either side. We've got some British swimmers in this. Cameron Vernicomp in lane 2, but no, all to play for. And you've got the Japanese actually in lane 1 coming up. Sato of Japan, the S13 swimmer. He is the only athlete with a visual impairment. The rest of the athletes are all S14.
And I think Sato is going to have to be ahead of the rest of the field here to get the highest number of points against these S14s, because the S13 world record is a little bit faster than the 14 world record. So Kevin Secchi very much in control here in lane number 4. It is lane number 1, Genki Saito, the S13 swimmer in second. Cameron Verncombe with a good turn there, coming through strongly in lane number 2. They're coming down now for the final stages of this one. It looks like Kevin Secchi is going to take this one. It's a good battle you can see there between Junchu and Kelman Johns, but out in front of the field it is Kevin Secchi from Japan, and he's stretching away in the closing stages here. Really strong finish in the last 10 meters here for Kevin Secchi, and he gets that one in 2:03.76, 749 points for the Japanese swimmer Kevin Secchi. And looks like it might be Cameron Verncombe in for second place, with Ethan Yin Jun Kyu from Malaysia in third.
Yes, it's still to play for though with the points. The first final was the top scorer, so this final that we've just had don't really hit with the points, but it was great to see on the right of us the Japan athletes and teammates and team going wild, which is great. I love that, the home support, the support in your teammates.
Yeah, we've got a big contingent here from Japan, and we do have, of course, a couple of disqualifications displaying on the board. They're the swimmers who didn't show for the final tonight. Like Kevin Secchi taking that one with 749 points, 721 and 715. Well, Ellie, this is the one you have been looking forward to.
This is
the very last race of the evening. This is the one you think we might get a qualification possibility for the GB team. Jordan Catchpole was just outside that standard this morning. William Ellard was just inside.
Yeah, this is going to be a great, great race. This is one of the races that, like you say, Paul, I've been very much looking forward to, very excited to watch. William Ellard hit that qualification time this morning, a 1:57.32. Where Jordan was just off it in a 1:57.67. The qualification time is 1:57.50. Is he going to do this tonight?
Well, Louis Lawler coming out in lane 8. We've seen Reese Darby and Matsuda. And there's Madeno Cancinos from Argentina. All S14s in this one. Straight race. Points will obviously be measured against the heat number 1, who are in the pole positions at the minute. Sunlook Chun. We have Jin Boy. We do have one S13 swimmer in this one. My apologies. It's Thomas van Roy.
Oh, fun.
I should have known. Van Roy?
Yeah, I think so.
Sunlock Chun comes out in lane number 3. And lane 5, the two Great Britain swimmers in the centre. Jordan Catchpole. Well, big chance for Jordan Catchpole. Can he follow up on the swim he did this morning? And this young man, William Ellard, well, he has been an absolute revelation here. Setting a blistering pace in the 100 freestyle. Not an event for the S14 classification, the 100 freestyle. But he achieved that qualification standard for the 200 this morning. And he had a real battle with Jordan Catchpole. It was only 0.4 of a second between them, but Ellard under the standard and Catchpole just outside.
Yes, and William Ellard, actually, he's only 17, so he's a youngster. Jordan is actually, he's 24, so he's got the experience, but youngsters are coming through.
So Ellard in lane number 4, Catchpole in 5. The only non-S14 swimmer is Thomas van Roy. Goes in lane number 6. He'll be looking to dip under the 2-minute mark, the Dutch swimmer. And Jordan Catchpole will be looking to dip under 157.50 because that's the qualification target for the GB team.
All looking strong, all going to be pretty much head-to-head, all in a line pretty much. But lane 1, actually, William Ellard in lane 4, and lane 1 is touching first and second.
Yeah, Madenos Casinos from Argentina. Off to a good start. Ellard off to the best start though, 26.51. That's slightly faster than he went in the qualification this morning. Just keep an eye on the likes of Jordan Catchpole. He went out in the first 100 in 58.33, so he's going to have to be there or thereabouts. Jordan Catchpole in lane number 5. Ellard leads them in. Catchpole is a little bit faster than he went in the heats this morning.
William Ellard is looking comfortable. He is looking amazing. He is leading the way. Look at his stroke. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. But Jordan Catchpole is chasing his tail. Can Jordan do this? He's got just close enough to 50 meters. Chasing his tail, but William Ellard, I think he's probably going to win this comfy. Just turned in a 125.51. Jordan in a 126.90. Everyone's winning way. The atmosphere is getting electric, is getting excited.
And here comes Ellard now. He's pulling away from the rest of the field, but Catchpole is in pursuit now. Coming to the final stages, Catchpole holding on. He's well inside the pace that he set this morning. 157.50 is a target for Catchpole. It's won by Ellard, and Catchpole is inside the standard. 157.17. That was hard work for Jordan Catchpole down that last 50, but he managed to hold on. He couldn't catch William Ellard, and Ellard is going to take another World Para Series title, I think. 920 points for William Ellard. Catchpole in second, 882. And it is Sun Song Chun in third place, I think, 861. But Catchpole, he took it out, Ellie.
He did.
He almost paid for it coming back, but he just held on.
He did. He got that qualification time. He did it, but you could see that last 25 meters, the lactic acid was burning. He could feel everything, but he hung on and he got that time. He got the time he wanted to do, but wow, it was all about William Ellard. What a swim. 155.54. bettered the time that he did this morning, 1:57.32. But yeah, William Ellard, he's definitely going to be one of those names to remember. But there's still that dreaded time of,
And there is. Oh, I think we do have a disqualification. It doesn't affect the top places though. 920 points for William Ellard. He will take another World Power Series final. And Jordan Catchpole inside that qualification standard, delighted with that. And there's a summary of all the finals. William Ellard will take the gold, Catchpole the silver, and Dos Santos Arujos the bronze medal. What a great effort that was, Ellie.
yeah, what a final. I know I was very excited for it, and it lived up to it. And I'm delighted for Jordan, and also delighted for William Ellard. But to see Jordan so close to that qualification time this morning, and finally tonight he did. He achieved that qualification time. Another one, Paul, to add to the list.
Yeah, we'll add Jordan Catchpole to that growing list from the GB team. And 15 now on that list, so that's good. We added William Ellard this morning, and we can add Jordan Catchpole to that list of qualifiers. So that's a nice healthy number for the GB team with one more day of competition to come. So great performances there from these swimmers in that final event, and we can go now. I think we're going down to see Ashley on the pole side. So
Well, I'm with William Ellard. You've just told me you've never done a para meet before, and it's a golden start. You're smashing it, Will.
Yeah, it's been good. The support I've got from all the coaches, GB coaches, my own coach Nick at home, and especially like Jackie and Dave and Sarah at the top, they've really helped me.
Well, you've got multiple medals. You've made qualifying time today, and you just finished that with a 920 points score. How do you feel?
Yeah, it's good. Tied up towards the end, saw Jordan come back, but the front end speed helped me a lot through that.
Well, speaking of Jordan, he's just made it inside the qualifying time. How pleased are you for him too? Do you like racing alongside of him?
Yeah, it's good. We literally live in the same town, so yeah, it's good. He should be on the 100 4x1 relay with me at Worlds as well, so that'll be good with my teammate there from the same town.
And you've got an event tomorrow. What happens between now and then?
I might go home and have a warm bath with my legs because they're tiring up.
Well, rest up. We can't wait to watch you in action again tomorrow. William Ellard, everyone.
Thank you.
Wow, delighted.
Well, you said you'd never seen William Ellard
No.
before, you wouldn't recognise him except in the pool.
Yeah, no, I've not seen him what he actually looks like. I've seen him race with a hat on and goggles, but now it's nice to put a face to the name, and he's definitely going to be a face to watch out for tomorrow, like you said, and also at World Championships this year. But like you said, he's feeling the burn. He's going to probably have a good swim down, get some good food in him, get a good bath, which is what I always used to love doing. Get those legs rested, feeling the bath, and then...
And that was interesting about Jordan Catchpole, wasn't it?
Yeah.
He lives in the same town as Jordan Catchpole.
You learn something new every day, Paul, don't you?
Absolutely. Great performance. William Ellard, he's been absolutely superb. Just delighted that Jordan Catchpole managed to make it on to that under that qualification standard. So excellent swimming there from those two town mates, shall we call them?
I know, it's quite rare that, isn't it, really?
Yeah, I think
to both
so.
be living in the same place, but now to both be hitting the qualification time and both be going to the World Championships in Manchester.
Well, team will be selected next week, officially. 27th, I think, we're going to have to wait for the GB team announcement. As we go to the presentation for the women's 200 freestyle, Amber van der Kroek takes the bronze medal for the Netherlands. She looks happy with her performance there. She really did well in that 200. She had a good heat swim in the 200, followed that up with a good final swim as well. Jessica Jane Applegate, silver medal in this 200 freestyle. Again, delighted to get another qualification standard, Jessica Jane.
Yeah, no, very, very happy for her. She's been around for many, many years. Gold medalist in this event back in London 2012, and still on top of her game and getting that silver today and that qualification time. But all about Bethy Firth.
Yeah, she took the gold medal. Another World Para Series medal for Bethany Firth. We saw her take a medal yesterday in the 100 backstroke. It's a gold medal this time. 2 gold medals, in fact, because she is the British champion as well as being the World Para Series champion. And there is someone who impressed us a lot in that junior final, Brooklyn Hale.
Yeah,
what a finish she had.
Oh wow, what a finish. A cracking race that was. And there she is, getting that gold medal. Brooklyn Hale, a name to remember.
Well, Great Britain had some excellent S9 women in the past in the GB team. We've got Tony Shaw still currently there in the GB team. We've got Brock Whiston as well, so in the S9 class, but she tends to do the breaststroke in the individual medley. But it looked like a very good freestyler there, Brooklyn Hale, didn't she?
Yeah, she's definitely going to be one that Rob Aubrey and the team are going to be watching for the future. And like you said, in the past we've had the likes of Louise Watkin, so many names of S9s that have been world leading. And now maybe she's going to be one of those to watch in the future. LA 2028, watch out for Brooklyn Hale.
Well, you know what? The part of the selection criteria for the GB team said we will take people with LA potential. Could we be in for maybe some new names when the selection comes out next week?
It'll be great to see, because I think, again, giving them that experience before actual Paralympics is so, so crucial. So to have that in the standard, the standard for picking is really, really good. So it's great to see that. So yeah, she could be the eyes of the British para-swimming squad over there, the likes of Rob Aubrey and Tim Rice and all of them watching her deliver in an event like this.
Oh, another set of presentations for us now. Final set of presentations for this evening's action.
I can see drugs testers are here.
Drugs testers?
Yeah, I can see.
Where are they?
Walking, following the athletes. So as soon as the athletes finish, normally there's the drugs testers there waiting. So yeah, I can just see them walking.
It's all part and parcel of the big international events, of course. You wouldn't get any records ratified if there was no drug testing in place.
Yeah.
So it's in a way it's good to see them, but not if you're the athlete that's picked.
No, I think the last thing you want to do is have the drugs testers. But like you said, Paul, it's all about clean sport and the records and the world records and the times getting ratified. It's crucial for the sport to be clean.
So maybe William Millard's not going to get his bath anytime soon.
No, maybe later tonight.
Maybe.
But yeah, I think I just saw as well Nelson, who coaches Bethy Firth, walking past as well. So it's great to see the coaches here.
Yeah, well, one final set of presentations. I have to round up the medalists for this final presentation. Just out of the water. I think some of them have maybe just dipped into the warm-down pool immediately.
Yeah, sometimes they get a bit lost, either going to the toilet or, like you say, going into the swim down pool, seeing their coach getting changed. So they're just on a search for the athletes. There's I think either a coach or a team manager from Malaysia supporting. Got a t-shirt ready, got a t-shirt on. It is hot though. We're feeling the heat today, aren't we, Paul?
We are, yeah, we were. Earlier on, I've settled down now.
Oh, have you? I'm boiling.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, still?
Yeah, still really hot.
Oh.
It's been 2 years away from a pool.
Yeah, get used to it again.
but especially with these lights as well. So in the finals and the heats, they put the lights on for the cameras, and again, those lights make it a bit hotter.
They make it a good spectacle, though, don't
Yeah.
they? The pool in here in Sheffield scrubs up well, doesn't it?
It's a
Under the
beautiful,
lights.
beautiful pool. Like I said at the start, it is one of my favourite pools. It is a fast pool, and you can see that today. And in this championships, world records broken, Paralympic qualifications, well, World Championships qualifications, I may say, and British records broken.
Yeah, it looks like we are just about ready to move to that final medal presentation for the 200 freestyle. You've been keeping track of the scores, Ellie?
Yes, I
Who
have.
are we expecting?
So we're expecting
William Ellard.
William Ellard, Jordan Catchpole, and the Brazilian, that is Santos, third. We've seen him on the podium many times.
Here he is.
There he is. Looks like Welsh as well for the junior.
Ah. Santos Araujo, another medal for him. He won the gold medal in 150 metres individual medley, world record in the 50 metres butterfly. And there's Jordan Catchpole, can breathe a sigh of relief now.
Yeah, I can.
Wow.
Yeah, he's looking very, very much content, but also, like you say, feeling the breathing out, isn't he? Finally, he's got that qualification time. He's on the way. But it's all about this guy.
There's William Ellard. What a great swim that was. He's been really, really setting blistering times in the freestyle, the 100 freestyle earlier this week, and now the 200 freestyle. He is the World Power Series champion. He's also the British champion.
I'm sure his teammates at home, his club mates, are very, very happy and watching.
And there is Rhys Darby. Made a qualification standard in the 200 metres individual medley. And you were delighted to have a Welsh swimmer.
I was.
Under that standard.
I was. It's great to have a Welsh person on the team.
Well, that's the final presentation, Ellie. It's been a good night of action, hasn't it?
Oh, it's been an incredible night of action. What a swim. But I think William Ellard and Jordan Catchpole was definitely the highlights for me. But what a great day for day 3. I'm looking forward to day 4 tomorrow.
Absolutely. Some more events for us to look forward to. Great last race for us to finish tonight. And we started off with 2 world records as well tonight. So excellent performances all round from the British swimmers, from the international swimmers. Thanks, Ellie. It's been a pleasure, and we can now, for a final word for tonight's action, go down and speak to Ashley.
Thanks, Paul. That's it from us on Deep End Live. What a day 3 it's been. I've actually lost count of how many medals William Ellard has got around his neck. Having a fantastic meet. It's been delivered. It has delivered on so many levels. We've had world records, we've had British records, and of course we've had a lot of personal bests across the 3 days too. Do make sure to join us for our last day of competition tomorrow. We're live from 9:15 a.m. for the 50 free and the 100 fly. You're not going to want to miss it, and we can't wait to see you there. Good night.